freedom many men have fallen, our lives given proudly for the cause. Those gallant lives given for their country, and to you now the story I will tell. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven? Let your comrades know you understand. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven, that our lads and lassies will sing along. Remember Peter Cleary and Fergal Carahar, both were murdered by the forces of the Crown. We'll speak with pride of Jim Lockery and Sean Campbell. In South Armagh these gallant men did dwell. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven? Let your comrades know you understand. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven, that our lads and lassies will sing along. In North Armagh, remember McIlvanna, Crossy, Burns, Toman and McCare, and from Tyrone, McKerney, Cardy and Coney, McNally, Ryan, Tony Doris too. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven? Let your comrades know you understand. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven, that our lads and lassies will sing along. Remember Bob Kelly and Jim Bryson, Skipper Burns, Sean Savage and Billy Reid. These men all hail from the gallant Belfast Battalion. So many more I cannot them all name. Won't you sing them a song, sing a lullaby to heaven? Let your comrades.
Oh, it's great with their names now. Brave Tom McAway. Oh, farewell to Ballaghy. Likewise, Hamnadaha.
You see that house there, that's the home of Joe MacDonald. We were sentenced 14 years in Long Jail. But I have one last card to play for those the Rangers. He was a poet and a soldier. He died courageously, and we gave him 30,000 votes while in captivity. Kevin Barry's my name. I was tortured in my cell. Oh, they wanted the names of my comrades. Oh, but this I would not tell. Their actions were political. Can't the British see we're right? And when this war is over and I see your face again, then I'll tell you of the warriors who put death before revenge.
Well, folks, how you all doing? What's the crack? Welcome along to another Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast with myself, Ro, here from 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock this afternoon. So again, hopefully that is the issues we had with the sound sorted. I know last week it was a good 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes before we realised that I hadn't got the right mic settings turned on. And obviously, you've seen the wee video I put out during the week, so I literally was gutted. Literally lost, 45 minutes of the show of sound and shite. But listen, we're here now. It's sorted. I'm down yesterday and farted about a few wee things. I think we know what we're done. And obviously, you'll have noticed during the week as well, folks, when the show's on, some of the tracks that are played, they're a wee bit lower than others. Obviously, at theirs because they're being played by Spotify. I think that was probably the only issue with Damien Quinn's interview from last week, folks. It was a great interview, loads of great feedback, but the tracks were a wee bit low, so they were. The Spotify laptop into a different part of the desk, so hopefully now I'll be able to get the tunes up a wee bit louder when they're playing on Spotify. Fingers crossed. So yeah, folks, welcome along. Thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. Please share the stream if you're watching on Facebook. Just hit the wee share button, and we'll get if you're part of any Celtic related groups, Republican related groups, Irish music sites, anything like that there, just get them shared, folks. And we'll get as many people tuned in today until 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll get a few wee shout-outs. See, we'll have watching the show already, folks. So here we go. First one up. Marty Keane just down the road there in Lantern. What's the crack? How you doing, Marty? Listening on YouTube. Ray Callahan today. Listening from Dublin. Good man, Ray. Thanks for tuning in. Dan Seacroft listening in on YouTube. Afternoon row from Hamilton. Well, Katie and myself and we Jack looking forward to the tunes car. Happy days. Marty, it's remember, it's your duty to warn us if you go do any singing this week. So obviously, to say I've got the wee issue with the mic sorted out, so hopefully you shouldn't hear me singing at all. If this mic button is turned down, you will hopefully will not hear anything. That's the way it's meant to go anyway. But cheers, Marty, for the vote of confidence as always, mate. Davey, really, what's crack, Dave? Or so he's going now on Facebook as Davey. Where's Beaver Snatcher? Dave, come on, now. We can't go through the show today without mentioning Beaver. What's happening? There's Spanners himself, Marty Heaney. What's the crack? Hope Elaine is doing well. After recovering at home from hospital with a bit of luck. Jim McCaff on YouTube is listening in. Afternoon, folks. Don't we just love our Rebel Sundays? It's a great cheers, row. Hail, hail. Scott Temperley on Facebook is watching. Chris Donovan is watching on Facebook today from Hampshire in England. Good man, Chris. So Marty, I want me to play. He says, any chance of playing the Bloodstained Bandage or Chris Carney singing Remo Crash? I'm sure I'll try and get one of them on, but again, mate, please remind me if I don't play it. You know it works. It goes out in one ear and out the other if I don't remember. So just keep reminding me if I haven't played your song yet. Let's see. Michael Bolton, what's crack, Michael? Are you in work today? Are you in the house watching the show? Anthony McGill says, Anthony here from the Derry City Sports and Social Club. Can't wait to have you up here. Cheers, Anthony. Yes, go be up in the Derry City Sports and Social Club, folks, on St. Patrick's Day with Gary Oak and Finnan. Looking forward, cannot wait. So obviously I'll play the wee ad later on. You can see it on the screen. So, but cheers, Anthony, for watching the show today. Much appreciated. Who else we have? There's John Boy McElhenney. What's the crack? Good afternoon, Ro. Happy haircut. Right, I'll tell you the story, folks. Actually, we'll play the theme tune first, right, and then we'll get into the haircut git because it's quite a funny story. We'll try that again because it didn't come through or so, didn't you see? Jesus Christ, folks, that was something. Right, part 2, here we go. That's better now. Jesus, good start to the show, wasn't it?
You're listening to the Rebel podcast with Rory Carson. Tasha Vigeshtak, listen Fod Curly Rebel le Rory McCarson.
Right, that's more like it. So, right. So, as John Boy has just highlighted their happy haircut. So, this will happen. Obviously, over the last year or so, I've been just shaving my head. So, I have, right? But you'll notice today it's a bit tighter than it normally is. It isn't normally this tight, down to the zero, so it isn't. So, whenever lockdown started, I just said, I was going bald, and I said, frig it, I'm just going to shave my head every week now. Instead of going and paying the barbers, £10, £11, I'm just going to shave my own head. And I wasn't giving them £8 to shave my head. So, got one of those razors, right? Grand, and every 2 weeks, Laura I have to pester her, every week, but she cuts my hair, right? So last night, I literally lost the charger for this here, the razor, the zipper thing, so that. And I, the last 2 times done it, I says, this thing's going to run down, it's going to run down. So I went last night, hopefully I'll get one more haircut out of the razor. So grand down the kitchen, stand in front of the mirror, and then literally halfway through, stopped dead. So literally I had the whole back of my head wasn't shaved, the front of my head was shaved, and a bit of the side wasn't shaved. And by this stage, I was going to the cinema last night, at for 9 o'clock. So this is 8 o'clock. We were leaving the house at 8:30, and I'm like, oh fuck, what am I going to do here? So literally straight to the bathroom, head over the sink, grab my big razor, and just started hacking my hair. And Laura comes in and goes, what the hell is going on here? What are you doing? Fucking hair everywhere over the sink, with that, whatever. I says, listen here, grab that razor and cut the rest of this, will you? So, lucky enough, that's why it's so tight, because I had to literally take a whole big razor to my head, and that's why it's so tight. But listen, I'll have to try and find that bloody charger, so, for the Zippo razor, so also, there you go. But yes, it is a bit tighter, so cheers, John Boy, for mentioning it there. It is a happy haircut indeed. Right, so we'll get a few more shout-outs on Facebook and YouTube in a few minutes after we do this first song. So folks, in a few weeks' time, we're going to be celebrating all that. That's celebrating is probably the wrong word to say, but commemorating the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. So it is, so we're going to be doing a lot of tunes over the next few weeks, commemorating Bloody Sunday, songs about Bloody Sunday, about Derry in general. So we're going to start off with this one. This is from Gary Oak's album, Live in Hamburg, cracking live album, recorded a few years ago. This is his acoustic version, raw and uncut version of Sunday, Bloody Sunday, folks. So this is Rebel Sundays with myself, Ro, here at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So folks, please join me for the rest of the day. Share the stream on Facebook if you can. Share it on YouTube if you can. If you're watching on Twitter, please retweet if you can. Be much, much appreciated. Here we go.
Well, it is Sunday, Bloody Sunday, when he shot our people and the cry for the martyrs filled the streets every year. Is there anyone here amongst you who'll dare to blame it on our kids? And not a soldier boy lay bleeding when we nailed our coffins. On Sunday, Bloody Sunday, Bloody Sunday, it's a day. Sunday, Bloody Sunday, Bloody Sunday, is a day. Majority, well, you know that that's a lie, 'cause you really are minority in our sweet emerald isle. When storm and bombs are marches, they've got a lot to learn. For internment is no answer, it's those mothers turn to burn. Sunday, Bloody Sunday, Bloody Sunday's the day. Sunday, Bloody Sunday, Bloody Sunday's the day. Scotties sent to colonise the north. You get away with your fucking Union Jack, cause you know what it's worth. How dare you hold to ransom our people proud and free? Leave Ireland for the Irish, turn the British back to sea. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sundays, the day. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sundays, the day. Well, it's always bloody Sunday in the concentration camps. Keep the falls road free forever from those fucking English Yanks. Repatriate to Britain all of the who call it home, and leave Ireland for the Irish, not for London or for Rome. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sundays, the day. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sundays, the day. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sundays, the day. Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sundays, the day.
There we go. So the main man there, Gary Oak, folks, with Sunday, Bloody Sunday, live from Hamburg there in Germany. And really looking forward to getting back on stage with Gary in March here, folks. So I'm going to be doing a few gigs with him. One more is still to be announced, so it is. So you maybe see me. I'll stock these two up during that song there. So the first one is going to be this one here on the pre-St. Paddy's Day party, folks, on Wednesday, the 16th of March, with Gary Ogue, Stephen and myself, plus Ernu, a flute band, folks. West Belfast second best, or should I say, Belfast second best band. I'll give them their title in West Belfast, I would say. Belfast second best band, Ernu, will be on stage as well, on the floor taking it. There's the St. Paddy's Day pre-party, Rebel pre-party in the Devonish on Wednesday the 16th. And the next day, folks, heading up the road, up Dungiven, up the Glenshane Pass to Derry City, folks, on the Derry City Sports and Social Club. With myself, Gary Ogue, Finnan from Cross McLean, who are going to be on the show next week, folks. So look out for the wee ad for that as well. We're going to have the three lads from Finnan on the show next Sunday, live from South Armagh. So that is going to be in the Derry City Sports and Social Club on St. Patrick's Day, folks, Thursday the 17th of March. And then that night I'm going to be doing another gig with Gary Ogue. I think it's just in Burnfoot, just beside outside Derry. That's going to be on, but that's still to be announced. So it'll be announced this week. So it will. So looking forward to that there. So hopefully see some of you about there on St. Patrick's Day or the pre-St. Paddy's Day party. Right. So folks, if you I have to do this one first before we get out of the way, in case I forget all about it. Valued listener to the show, Dave Rennie, who you've seen there, put up Davey. Normally he shows up on YouTube with the name of Beaver Snatcher, and obviously I'll never forget the day, folks, that Dave first landed on Facebook with the name Beaver Snatcher, and he typed something, and just ever since then, Stevie Holbrook ripped the piss out of him from day one. It was absolutely brilliant crack, and Dave's been here ever since, so he has. So what we're talking about is obviously Dave and his lovely Mrs. Victoria got engaged this week. There they go. So big congratulations to Dave and Victoria, who got engaged this week. So fair play to yous from everybody here in the Rebel Rail podcast.
Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations.
So yes, Dave, congratulations on yourself and Victoria on your engagement. Hopefully she'll calm you down a wee bit. There you go, well done. So to Dave and Victoria, well done to the two of you. So big congrats from everybody here on the show. Right, so a few more wee shout-outs. Let's see who I have listening in today. Where we go, where are we? Right. Right, so James McMullen on Facebook listening from Glasgow today. Thank you very much. Pip Dugan on Facebook. I'll not call it there, right? So Hugh McKenna, afternoon row listening today up in Limavady here. On Facebook, Lanky, 67 hail from Glasgow East End. Derek Delaney today listening from Dublin on YouTube. Afternoon row all the gang from sunny Dublin. Don't be too beat down, Ro. I forgive you. Ronan McDonald listening today. And Derry, what's crack, Ronan? How you doing, mate? Michael Bolton is watching. I have Michael on, so I had to see. There he is. Beaver says, I never noticed I was on Facebook. Well, a good man yourself, Dave. You're on nice, you are. Paul Walsh in Cork, up the Rebels. James McMullen, can I play Scapegoats? Yes, I can get that on for you, but just remind me again throughout the show if I don't get it on, just so I don't get it on, but just remind me. Michael Bolton, as work premium. I was up in your place there last night there, down the city side. Folks, if you haven't been to see Spider-Man yet, No Way Home, go and see it. Absolutely amazing. Seriously. Loved all the Spider-Man films. See this one here, the best one yet. Absolutely phenomenal. Fair play to the lads. Brilliant. If you haven't seen it yet, go and see it, definitely. Joseph Henry, good afternoon, Ro, on Facebook today. Martin Heaney says, turn the volume up on, what do I need to turn the volume up on the music or on the music or on the talking? Let me know. Sing them loud, Ro. Kate Lambert says, yo, keep her lit, Ro. Nice to see you in Lurgan the other day. Was that you, Kate? I seen somebody waving it, but didn't know who it was. Just because I know a few people around there, and whoever it was, you flew past me and killed me. I was trying to climb into the lorry, so I was, with a bag and a cup of tea in my hand, and this fucking woman comes flying around the corner in a black Astra, whatever it was, and they took me out. So yes, I assume that was you, and Kate, thank you very much. Hugh McKenna says, can I play some Shabeen? I seen him in the Dadney Show over Christmas. What a great night. Harley Townsend, how you doing today? Who's the special guest today? No special guest today, mate. Just myself. So say the next guest will be on next Sunday. We're going to have these lads here to go. It's the lads from Finnan, from South Armagh. I'll just take this here off so you can see the full poster. Yep, Finnan. The three boys are three balloons. Great. They've invited me up to play with them as well on Easter Saturday in Crossmaglen. Live the Cross Square Hotel. So really pumped that there. Looking forward to getting on stage with the lads from Finnan and South Armagh on Easter Saturday. So yeah, they're going to be on the show next Sunday. Really looking forward to having them on. So we are great. Right, so we're going to the next tune here for you. Marty Kane just said, haven't played any Krista Coyle on the show in a while there, and talking to Krista Coyle, she was one of the songs I picked, this song, I Believe in You, when I appeared on Paddy Johnson's show at the Irish Music Cafe last Monday night in Detroit, USA. So big shout out to Paddy. Thank you very much, Paddy, for having me on. I had a listen back there during the week, and it didn't sound as fast as I normally do, so I had to keep the speed down, the old voice a wee bit. So yeah, so cheers to Paddy for having me on. Great interview. That's a great feedback. So this is one of the songs that I played that I picked to play in the show. It's a song called I Believe in You, written by Declan McLaughlin from Derry, and the song was given to Gary Ogue. So it was, Decky never released it. I don't think Gary has ever released it. He's that I know of. He sings it in most of his gigs, but as far as I know, he's never had it on any of his albums. So Krista, being a good Derry girl herself, this song's all about the women of the Republican movement. It's called I Believe in You. And if you listen to this here song, there's a saxophone in it. And if you remember last year, we had Chris Cruikshank on. Chris is basically, he's just a genius when it comes to anything musical. Every band in Scotland who's ever released an album, like a Rebel album, Chris has been there somewhere. He's the main man behind the sound and everything in the Rebel Collective, so he is. So on this here song, Chris played the bass, he played the saxophone, and also produced the whole album, so it's phenomenal. So here we go. This is Krista Coyle with I Believe in You, especially Marty Kane here. That's it first. Here we go. No, that is not. That's congratulations. So it is. Fuck, we're having the flare today, folks. Here we go. That's I Believe in You. Jesus Christ.
I've been up and down the highways in the dead of night, singing songs about the justice I don't believe is right, but I believe in you. And I've seen 100 graveyards and a chance to say goodbye. I've never known an English soldier, I've seen a couple die, but I believe in you. And there's no flowers at the graveside from anyone at all. You against the wall. Don't worry, sister, and I'll be there if you fall. There's women in the kitchen, there's women on the streets, there's women manning barricades, that's women on their feet. I believe, I believe, I believe in you. Yes, I believe, I believe, I believe in you.
There we go, Krista Coyle there with I Believe in You, folks. And you would have seen at the start of the show, I put the wee video one put together for our tour with Clover. So I'm going to be uploading the tickets links, folks, throughout the afternoon. So here's you may have seen there when I put the ad up during that their song there. So this is the first one we're going. So we're doing 2 dates in March. So starting off on Friday the 4th of March at Malone's Bar in Glasgow, folks. So playing on the night is going to be Clover. You know Clover, who played at the Big Fans Gathering this year, 4-piece live, phenomenal rebel band. Myself, Big Ro, I'll be doing a DJ set throughout the night, and on that night there we'll have support from Krista Coyle. Tickets for the gig, folks, are £15 each, and you can buy them from Eventbrite. I'll put the link up very soon, and also we should be able to pay at the door on the night, so we should. The next gig is going to be the following night. We're heading up the road, the Liverpool folks, to the Liverpool Irish Centre. Again, headlining the gig is going to be Clover from County Limerick. Myself, Big Ro, I will be playing a few rebel tunes throughout the night, and then support on that night is going to be from Kathy Carter. Again, tickets for that gig are going to be £15, and I'd say on the night we'll probably let a few in as well if you want to pay at the door. So I'll put up the ticket links for both gigs, folks, when I get a wee chance. So yeah, really looking forward to getting on the road with Clover in March on the 4th and 5th of March, folks. Right, back to the wee shoutouts and comments here. Just see everyone, giving wee shoutouts to Dave and Victoria. Big congratulations. There we go. So yeah, fair play to yous. Martin Heaney says, by the way, Rose radio interview on Monday evening was brilliant. Well done, Cara. Cheers, Marty. Yes, wee bit nervous going on, I have to say. But I say good crack in the end. And I'll also will be taking part in another one. There's a new Irish, I think it's called the Irish Sounds podcast. I was speaking to the guy Michael during the week. So I'm going to be recording that there next Saturday afternoon. So and obviously then it's not going to be live; it'll be recorded, pre-recorded. Then he will upload that there whenever he gets a chance. So yeah, looking forward to that there. But it's great. Say this year, so many new avenues and doors opening up for me, folks, to get to do these kind of things, to tell my story about how I started out playing rebel music, how I started in the flute bands, about my whole republicanism, you know. And if people want to hear about it, then I'm glad, and I'm quite happy to oblige to do any interviews that people want to do. So thank you all for asking me. Yep, just loads of congratulations there to Dave and Victoria. Neil Costigan, good morning from Staten Island, New York. It's 8:15. And at balmy 9 degrees. That's not too bad, so isn't it? There's Paddy McCrory listening from Derry. Yo, good man yourself. John Friel, good afternoon, Ro. Hope you are well. Well, love the show, good man. John. Derek Delaney says, hi Caroline, Joe, Rob, Terry, Carrie and Paul. Who's Carrie and Paul? We haven't had any, who are these two new people? Have to fill us in there, Derek, who are they? James Dan McClave says, sounds good, Ro. James sent me a wee picture this morning. He says, just go jump in the hot tub here for a wee hour before the show starts. Fair play, mate. You work their balls off, so you deserve it, mate. There's the main woman there now, Elaine Nesbitt. Good to be back. Sundays are back to normal. Good to see you back, Elaine. Back to full health and fitness. I don't fancy being in that bloody hospital myself. Rocker 683 says, can you please play Kelly the Boy from Killan by the Dubliners? Right, I'll see what we can do again. Remind me if I haven't got it on for you, folks, say there's no interview today, so we'll have loads of opportunity to get all your requests in. So if I haven't played it in the next hour or so, just send me a wee PM or just post it in the messages again, and we'll try and get it on for you. So the next tune today, hopefully this one is the right track. So Hugh McKenna had asked me to play a bit of Shebeen. He says, seen them playing the Davnish over Christmas, and they're absolutely phenomenal, fantastic. It was a great gig. So we're going to do this one here. It's a bit of a long track, but brilliant. I love the way Alan Quinn sings this one. It's called Long Kesh, so it is very chilling at the start. So it is. Actually seen when talking to Long Kesh, seen a TikTok video during the week of these kids here in Belfast who go and visit abandoned like sort of sites and places, and obviously they broke into the whole Long Kesh site, and I think 5 of them got in pitch black with their head torches on, and I think they've put it on YouTube, so let me look if I can find it. I'll get the link up on the Facebook page, because it's a great watch. Fair play to the young lads, and that, I have to say, the real respect to Sean they gave. They did say, listen, this is the H blocks, this is where Bobby Sands and the other 9 volunteers died at RIP, so fair play to you lads. Right, here we go. This is the brilliant Alan Quinn with Shabeen and Long Kesh, folks, on the Rebel podcast. Rebel Sundays with myself, Row, here to 4 o'clock the day. Here I go, like.
There's a place just outside Lisbon, a place that's known to few, where a group of Irish rebels are held by Faulkner's crew. They're forced to live in cages like the inmates of Bellevue. But the spirit of 1916 will always see them through. The men in this vile place, they come from far and near, some from the Derry Bogside, and oh, town so dear. And some of them from Belfast, from the markets and the bone, from the narrow streets of Ardine, and all around Tyrone. On that black day in August, when Faulkner showed his hand, he thought that by internment that he'd break our gallant band. But the boys from Ballymurphy, how they showed the way that night, and they taught those English soldiers how Irish men could fight. Long Kesh has shown to everyone the system must be broke. Ardine, the New Lodge and the Falls who see the system choke. No more the Special Powers Act, those fiends they will invoke. And Long Kesh will be the huge stone on which the system broke. A word now, Irish people, no matter where you are, just remember our brave rebels in Long Kesh this year. And by civil disobedience or any other way, let's make a stand until the day each one of them are free. Well, it's down the glen one Easter morn, the city fair rode out. The armored lines of marching men and squadrons they passed me by. it shook out its foe and a foggy chill. It was England's invader while we's go, as more nations they might be free. But the lonely graves are by Suvla's waves on the fringes of the great North Sea. Ah, but had they died by Pierce's side, or fought with the normal cavalry, other names we will keep where the Fenians sleep beneath the shroud of the foggy Jew.
Yeah, it's since you've been there, folks, with a long cash, and then going straight into the foggy Jew, which I didn't think I was going to come in there. I was wondering why I sort of paused for a bit, but that's just the way they've done the album. So that was for Hugh McKenna, who was asking for a bit of Shebeen this afternoon on Rebel Sundays. Right, let's see who else we'll have in today. Let's see, so a lot of these are all talking about my haircut. How is there's Celine? What's the crack? Celine, how you doing today? Let's see where right, so I played there Crystal Coyle from Marty Kane. You're just catching up on all the comments here. So Ray Collins, his music is low. We talking about as well about the theme tune songs. I think we had that sort of at the start. So I have Francis McPeak says Jackie Duddy row. Yeah, so but sort of we said from last week we're going to play Jackie Duddy for basically the last song of the show every Sunday. So we are, folks. So obviously before the National Anthem, every week now we're going to play Jackie Duddy. Jesus, we're up in late 40 minutes already. That is absolutely mad. Who would have thought we've been on 40 minutes already? Absolutely nuts. Let's see. Martin Heaney says, yeah, same thing happened to me one night. We were heading out. Clippers broke only halfway. The hair was cut. Hat on the way to the boots by a new set. Oh, well, you put a hat on. I didn't. I literally went last night. That's why I said it's a bit tight. It's actually very cold. I had the hoodie on all morning. Went to the shop this morning. I was literally Baltic because it literally is like skin tight. So it is. Not used to it at all. Maura Burns, how you doing? Maura, what's the crack? Good to see you on the day. What else do I have? Kieran Wallace says, yeah, just what you need on Sunday, getting ready for the rip for a plenty of mucker. Let's see, James McMullen says, when am I in Glasgow? So here we go. I'll put this here, we post up again in case you didn't see it. There it is. So we're going to be in Glasgow on, you can see the poster now, mate, on Friday the 4th of March at Malone's in Glasgow, along with Clover and Krista Coyle. So if you haven't got a ticket yet, folks, you can still get them. They're available. I'll just put a link up there in all the comments section in Facebook and on YouTube. So just scroll down the feed and you'll find it. And if you haven't got a ticket, folks, please get one. It'll be a great night. I'd say as well, you should be able to pay in on the night on both venues, but I'd rather people got tickets beforehand so they aren't left disappointed, you know. Right, so just getting through all the congratulations here. So I think it was somebody that asked me to play for a bit of Beeswing from the Whistling Donkeys. Or they asked me to play the Whistling Donkeys, but it was just I'm going to play Beeswing. I'm just looking who there it is there. So Valerie Delaney says, Rogue, to play the Whistling Donkeys for Joe, Carlan, Carrie, and Paul in Glasgow. Right, so we're going to do this one here. This is from the Whistling Donkeys album 2015. Sing Like a Donkey, but just see probably this version here probably is up there, is like the the top version of this song I've heard, I have to say. So this is the Brilliant Beeswing from the Whistling Donkeys, especially for Valerie Delaney on Rebel Sundays, folks. Here we go.
I was 18 when I came to town. They called it the summer of love. They were burning babies, burning flags, and the hawks against the dove. I took a job at the steaming way down on Caldrum Street, and I fell in love with a laundry girl that was working next to me. Brown hair zigzagged around her face, and the look of half surprise, like a fox caught in the headlights, there was animal in her eyes. She said to me, oh, can't you see, I'm not the factory kind, and if you don't take me out of here, I lose my mind. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, so long as there's no price in love, I'll stay. You wouldn't want me any other way. We busked around the market towns for picking down in Kent. We could tinker pots and pans and knives wherever we went. And I said to her, we'll settle down and get a few acres dug, with a fire burning in the hearth and bobbies on the rug. She said, oh man, you foolish man, that surely sounds like hell. You might be lord of half the world, you'll not own me as well. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, so long as there's no price on love, I'll stay. You wouldn't want me any other way. Camping down a Gower one time, and the work was mighty good. She wouldn't wait for the harvest, I thought we should. We were drinking more in those days, our tempers reached a pitch. Like a fool I let her run away when she took the rambling hitch. And the last I heard, she's living rough back in the Derby beat. Bottle of white horse in her pocket, a wolfhound at her feet. And they say that she got married once to a man called Romany Brown. Even the gypsy caravan was too much like settling down. They say her rose is faded with weather and hard booze. Maybe that's the price you pay for the chains that you refuse. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing. I miss her more than ever words can say. If I could just taste all of her wildness now, if I could hold her in my arms today, I wouldn't want her any other way.
There we go. So the Whistling Donkeys there with Beeswing for you from their 2015 album Sing Like a Donkey. Phenomenal version. Yep. Some few people saying, yep, definitely the best version I've had. Folks, just regarding that song there, I think that's the first one that I've played from Spotify today. So let me know, does that there sound okay, about the same volume as the other songs? Because I say I've plugged in a different part of the desk now, so I'll be able to get a wee bit more volume and gain on the Spotify tracks now before, where I only had a certain amount of volume, you know. So let me know how it there sounded. If it was right and loud, you could understand it okay, because that's the only sort of complaints I had from people. Was going, some tracks you can't really hear very loud, and I think it's the ones I was playing from Spotify. So hopefully that there resolved the issue. So it has. There's a good me man, same age as Aaron Fagan. What's crack? Says well, Cara, how's things? Hope you and the family are well. When are you coming back to the band? Not anytime soon yet, I have to say. far too busy for that now. So can you play Back Home in Derry for the anniversary coming up soon? Yes, mate, I'll try and get Back Home in Derry on the day. Seeing as you asked me 2 times on Facebook and once on YouTube as well. So right on, definitely. But cheers for tuning in today. Thank you very much. Right. Marty says, Elaine has him tortured. Well, listen, Marty, it's your job. Your wife is just out of hospital, so she is. So it's your job to wait on the lady hand and foot. And I'm hoping Elaine is laying there with a wee bell going ding, ling, 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 ling. And Marty has to come in with his wee penny apron on. So he has, yes, my lady, what would you like? Anything for you, Elaine? But I doubt that's going to happen. James Devon McClave said, best version, in my opinion, love it. Let's see. Richard O'Callaghan in Dublin says, I was at the battle on the beach with my dad and a friend, and I missed the bus to Derry. Remember them on the 50th anniversary, 31st of January. Yep, we'll definitely be doing something around that time. So we did. Rocker says that one sounded pretty good in my end. Right, happy right. So looks like we've got the sound sorted with the Spotify tracks. Bit quieter than you, Ro. Sounded great, right? Blah 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 blah. It sounds fine, right? Happy days. That's grand. That's all I needed to know. So we'll have the Spotify issue sorted out, which is good. Good. Right. So somebody had asked me to play their the Boys of Wexford. Looking through the comments here, I can't really find it now, so I can't seem to disappeared. So if you asked me to play the Boys of Wexford, let me know who it was for. Oh, there it is there. Right, so Terry Mealy, right, says, hi Ro, really enjoyed the interview with Damien Quinn last week, but good to have the music all the way this week. Any chance of playing the Boys of Wexford, please? Yes, so here we go. This is from Emer McLachlan's live album. As you know, folks, I always try and play as much live music on the show as possible. So this is Emer's album, Live the Rock Bar, recorded a few years ago now, which seems like forever when this album was released, but still a brilliant album. So this is Emer with the Boys of Wexford recorded Live the Rock for Terry Mealy, this one, folks. So yeah, Rebel Sundays, we're just 10 minutes from the first hour of the show. It's flying in the day, absolutely flying, so it is.
This song takes over to County Wexford. We know you can sing along. Song called The Boys of Wexford. Here comes the captain's daughter, the captain of the oath. Same brave, united Irishmen will never again be foes. 1,000 pounds I'll bring if you would fight to home for me. And dress myself in men's attire and fight for liberty. Here we go. Yes, we are the boys of Wexford who fought with heart and hand to burst in twin the gallant chain and free our native land. And when we left our cabin, boys, we left with right goodwill to see our friends and neighbors who were at Vinegar Hill. A young man from our ranks, a cannon he let low and slapped it into Lord Mountjoy, a tyrant he let low. Yes, we are the boys of Wexford who
There we go. The great Emer Nick Lahan with the boys of Wexford on Rebel Sundays, folks, on the Rebel podcast. And myself, Row, until what time? Until 4 o'clock today. I keep forgetting that obviously we used to go for so long. We used to go 4 hours. I can't believe now I'd actually do this show. Used to do this show for 4 hours on a Sunday, but now we're down to 3. So yeah, still a great length of time for a full list of Rebels on a Sunday. Where would you get it, folks? For 3 hours every Sunday. Only the Rebel podcast here on Rebel Sundays, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and live on Twitter all at the same time. And yeah, there you go. Right, so that was for Terry Mealy, that one, the boys of Wexford. Right, we'll jump back to a few comments here and see what we'll have listening to the show today. Joseph McGow says, are you playing Derry City Social Club on St. Paddy's Day? Well, I can tell you now. There we go, Joseph. Let's see. There's the flyer there. Yes, I am. I'm going to be playing on the Derry City Sports and Social Club on St. Patrick's Day. I don't know what of the times yet. I'd say probably it opens about 6 o'clock or something. We're on, along with Finnan from Cross McLean and Gary Ogue. So I'd probably be playing at the start, the middle, and the end of the show. And then that night, Joseph, I'm going to be playing in Burnfoot as well. As far as I know, it just needs to be confirmed, but I think it is. So I'll be putting the flyer up for that there during the week once it's all sorted. So it is. So yep, I'll be playing Derry City on St. Patrick's Day, mate. So you go. Right, Peter O'Connell, what's the crack? Peter, you're late today. Afternoon, Row. Afternoon, all. Gary Sharvin looking for One Shot Paddy. Buddy, do you want the song One Shot Paddy, or do you want a song from One Shot Paddy? Be a bit more specific, or else you do, mate. Jim McCaff says, good start to the show, Row. Keep her lit. James Devon McClave, Terrace or Dreamer by Bick, if possible. Right, I'll see if I can get that on for you today. Right, so what are we going to do next? Right, so yes, hold on, I'll just delete this here. Where's that comment there? Right, so folks, during the week, I wouldn't have been able to escape your anybody's media or TV or whatever during the week, the brutal murder of that young girl in Tullamore in County Offaly. I mean, it's I just mean I have to obviously mention it the day, so I do, because it's busy. I think it affected so many people. I mean, the wee girl, she was just going for a run. I'm just taking this here thing off next and go put a video up for it. She was just going for a run, so she was, and murdered in cold blood in a park and broad daylight. So we're talking obviously about that young girl, Aisling Murphy from County Offaly in Tullamore, who was brutally killed during the week. So much to live for this girl had. I mean, she was a school teacher. She was a brilliant, talented young lady, traditional musician she was. So I put this wee video together last night, folks, on YouTube. So I'm going to play this here now. So just obviously, if you just give it the respect, if you can, please. And this is in memory of Aisling Murphy, who was killed in Tullamore in Offaly during the week. And as I say, I've put on the video here, all she was doing was going out for a run. And for her whole life, her young life, to be taken off her, it's just so sad. And I really feel for our brother and sister and our parents. So here we go, folks. So you can just I'm going to play this week's song here along with this video. So this is in memory and dedication to Aisling Murphy, folks. All she was doing was going for a run.
Is low, my heart is so low, as only a woman's heart can be, as only a woman, as only a woman, as only a woman's heart can know. The tears that drip my bewildered eyes taste of bittersweet romance. You're still in my hopes, you're still on my mind, oh. And even though I manage on my own, my heart is low, my heart is so low, as only a woman's heart can be, restless eyes reveal my troubled soul, and memories flood my weary heart. I mourn for my dreams, I mourn for my wasted love, and while I know that I'll survive, my heart is low, my heart is so low, as only a woman's heart can be. As only a woman, as only a woman, as only a woman's heart can know. My heart is low, yes, my heart is so low, as only a woman's heart can be. As only a woman, as only a woman, as only a woman's heart can know. My heart is low, my heart is so low, as only a woman's heart can be. As only a woman, as only a woman, as only a woman's heart can know. My heart is low.
There you go, folks. Yeah, that was I just decided to do it there last night. I actually uploaded the video on the YouTube, so it was just I think everybody has been affected by it there, so I have and just watching obviously the news and here seeing it come up on Facebook, then this timeline, the story of what happened, and then you read all about who Aisling was, what a type of girl she was, what she'd done, you know, and just it's actually I didn't know the girl, I don't know anybody that knew her, but I only put that up because it's I think it's a fact that everybody is somebody said there, it could have been anybody's daughter, could have been anybody, could have been like any users listening. You're out working and you got the phone call that was your daughter was out for a run in the local park, who you'd think and assume would be safe and well just to go for a jog, and she's been brutally murdered in cold blood, and it's just so sad. So it is. So that's why I said I had to do something today. So yeah, great wee chalk song there from Mary Black. And I think the words of that song just it sort of brings the light all about sort of Aisling, you know, from what I've read, what a great young girl she was. So yeah, there we go. So that was rest in peace to Aisling Murphy, young girl, 22 or 23 she was, from Tullamore in County Offaly. I mean, you even feel for the kids as well in her class, how that would affect them, you know, that's their school teacher. I know how close like Josie is to her teacher, and she loves her, like she just doesn't stop talking about her, and like I can't imagine something like that happening and how the kids would deal with it, you know. But yeah, brutal to say. So yeah, go. So folks, thanks for the wee bit of like sort of silent stuff there from listening and all the lovely comments. So cheers. That was, yeah, rest in peace, Aisling Murphy. So we'll go to this one here. I've seen a few people ask me here to play the Galtee Mountain Boy during the comments. So we'll go to this version here. Great version. It was recorded last year by Paddy Mangan and Ellie Kane. Brilliant version. They've released a couple of songs. This is the first one that I think they released. Great track, the Galtee Mountain Boy. It's all good. Tipperary song, this one today. So here we go. It's Rebel Sundays, folks. And Paddy Mangan and Eddie Kane with the Galtee Mountain Boy and Rebel Sundays.
I joined the flying column in 1916 in Cork with Sean Myla, in Tipperary with Dambreen, arrested by Free Staters and sentenced for to die. Fairly well to tip our rarity, said the Galtee mountain boy. We went across the valleys and over the hilltops green, where we met with Denny Lacey, Sean Hogan and Dan Breen, Sean Moylan and his gallant men that kept the flag flying high. Farewell to Tipperary, said the Galtee mountain boy. We trekked the Dublin mountains, we were rebels on the run. Though hunted night and morning, we were outlaws but free men. We trekked the Wicklow mountains as the sun was rising high. Fairly well to Tipperary, said the Galtee mountain boy. I'll bid farewell to old Clonmel that I never more will see, and to the Galtee mountains that oft times sheltered me, to those men who fought for their liberty and who died without a sigh. May their cause be ne'er forgotten, said the Galtee mountain boy. And farewell to Tipperary, said the Galtee mountain boy.
There we go. Sound of Eddie Keane and Paddy Mangan. Fantastic. Really can't wait to see them two live whenever I get the opportunity sometime. When it'll be, I don't know. But yeah, Eddie Keane and Paddy Mangan there with the Galtee Mountain Boy on Rebel Sundays. Good few years we're asking there for a bit of the Galtee Mountain Boy. So that's Fall Fusions. So it is. Right, so folks, any more requests you have? We're into the first hour of the show. So we're here for another 2 hours or so to 4 o'clock this afternoon. Any more requests you want, get them on. If I haven't got your request on yet that you asked for, get it in the comments section again. And I'll see if I can get it on for you this afternoon. So, yep. So we're going to do the next tune here for you. Somebody asked me to play Jared Casey earlier on. I'll see if I can find it because there's like so many comments over the 3 streams. You're literally digging through them all. So I will try and find it while the song's playing. So this is the Spirit of Freedom, 2 Tonys. This one with the ballad of is it Jared Casey? We'll go play. Yep, the ballad of Jared Casey on Rebel Sundays, folks. So hope you enjoy this one. And say if I haven't played your song yet, just put the request in the comments section. I'll try and get it on again for you. If I haven't got it on, you just need to keep pestering me, folks. That's the way it works on the show. Here we go.
The song I will sing of a brave young Irishman in a struggle for freedom to free Ireland. He joined the IRA, became a volunteer, and his comrades in arms, he never showed no fear. Volunteer Jared Casey, freedom fighter to all, the right of his country, he answered the call. and on active service he would never ask why. This brave volunteer was not afraid to die. This man from the Phantom, I'm sure you've all heard tell. Jerk Casey's the name, was sharp and he did well. He fought for his country, he gave up his life for his family and friends and darling young wife. In his younger days, lived his life to the full, playing Gaelic football, things were not so dull. Working with his father, serving out his time to set Ireland free, to him it was no crime. No stranger to harassment at the hands of the foe, he was tortured, arrested, Castlereagh he'd go. Threatened by imprisonment and death in the end, our brave volunteer, to them he would not bend. This man from Northampton, I'm sure you've all heard tell. Jerk Casey's a name, was sharp and he did well. He fought for his country, he gave up his life for his family and friends and darling young wife. And pro-British assassins in the cover of dark headed for a sharking onto Shamrock Park. With their guns of terror they burst through the door, and the cowards went looking, found him on a foe. They found him with his wife, his baby girl in bed. They sprayed English bullets, they left Jerk Casey dead. The cowards had fed the sadness at night for his wife and young family to carry on the fight. This man from Northampton, I'm sure you've all heard tell. Jerk Casey's a name, was sharp and he did well. He fought for his country, he gave up his life for his family and friends and darling young wife. His funeral at St Mary's, guard forces of the crown, large crowd defied him, the rain lashed down. The piper he played farewell at the grave in honour of Gerald, brave as of the brave. Gallant volunteer, our Phantom Brigade, in a rain-swept graveyard, that's where he was laid. Volunteers gone before him, they lie in a plot. Jerk Casey and their names will never be forgot. This man from our Phantom, I'm sure you've all heard tell. Jerk Casey's the name, was sharp and he did well. He fought for his country, he gave up his life for his family and friends and darling young wife. This man from our Phantom, I'm sure you've all heard tell. Jerk Casey's the name, was sharp and he did well.
Yeah, it's about Jerk Casey here for you. I'm from Rasharkin there in County Antrim there. Shocking what happened to Jerk Casey here and his young family, that one. So that's for all everybody else for that one there. It's Rebel Sundays. That was Spirit of Freedom there, two Tonys with the ballad Jerk Casey. It's going to do two songs in a row this time for you folks. So there's two requests coming up for you. So the first one is for Eamon Malley. He was looking about the Wolf Tones Streets in New York. So let's just hope this one here doesn't get us cut off on Facebook. If it does, but don't worry, we'll jump back in. So if you're watching Facebook, folks, and the stream cuts off midway through the show, I will be able to jump straight back on the new stream. But so normally anything you're playing by the Wolf Tones or the Ice Brigade, it normally does get us cut off. So, but listen, what can we do? We'll have to play the request. So, for Eamon Malley, this one's spicy for you. Don't worry, there's loads of requests. Not for James. Go play your song. Kieran, your songs after this one. So, any more tunes you want, folks, get them in. I'll get them on for you today. So here we go. This is Burning Streets in New York. From the Wolf Tones for Eamon Malley. And see this tune here. It's so sad, but it's so happy as well when you listen to it. And I don't think there's ever been a time when I've listened to this song when it's been out. It only happens when I'm having a drink, but like, I get a wee tear in my eye, so do you, when you listen to this song. It's just one of those tunes, I don't know. But yeah, so Eamon Malley, this one's for you, mate. Here's the Streets in New York.
I was 18 years old when I went down to Dublin with a fistful of money and a cartload of dreams. Take your time, said me father, stop rushing like hell. Remember, all is not what it seems to be. For those fellas would put you for the coat on your back or the watch that you got from your mother. So take care, you young bucko, and mind yourself well. Will you give this wee note to me brother? At the time Uncle Benji was a policeman in Brooklyn. Me father, the youngest, went down to the farm. When a phone call from America said send the lad over, the old fella said sure it wouldn't do any harm. For I've spent when I've worked in this dirty old ground for a few pints of porter and the smell of a pound. Sure maybe there's something you'll learn or you'll see, and you can bring it back home. Make it easier. So I landed at Kennedy and a big yellow taxi carried me and me bags through the streets and the rain. Well, me poor heart was thumping around with excitement. I hardly even heard what the driver was saying. We came in the short pathway to the flatlands in Brooklyn, to my uncle's apartment on East 53rd. I was feeling so happy, I was humming a song, and I sang "You're as free as a bird." Well, to shorten the story, what I found out that day was that Benji was shot down in an uptown parade. And while I was flying my way to New York, poor Benji was lying in a cold city morgue. Well, I phoned up the old fella, told him the news. I could tell he could hardly stand up in his shoes. And he wept as he told him, go ahead with the plan, but not to forget the proud Irishman. So I went up to Nellie's beside Forum Road, and I started to learn about the lifter load. Well, the heaviest thing that I carried that year was the bittersweet thoughts of my hometown so dear. I went home that December as the owl fella died, had to borrow the money from Phil on the side, and all the bright flowers and grass couldn't hide the poor wasted face of the father. I sold up the old farmyard for what it was worth. Into my bag stuck a handful of earth. Then I boarded a train and I caught me a plane, and I found myself back in the US again. It's been 22 years since I've set foot in Dublin. The kids know to use the correct knife and fork, but I'll never forget the green grass and the rivers as I keep law and order on the streets of New York. Na 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 na
listen, listen, listen. Here's a song for Pierce and Nesson, known as the Brixton Busters far and wide. Like a bolt right out of heaven, they escaped from Brixton prison. The Provos they could not keep inside. It happened on a Sunday, it became an on-the-run day. Both lads had been praying on their knees. Sure, the warders started shocking when the gun came from the stocking, and the lad said, hand over the keys. Now they're moving, moving, moving. Get those police dogs moving. Get those doggies searching far and wide. It wasn't Semtex putty, but a pistol in the gutty that let the lads go out for a ride. Every branchman in the nation went crazy with frustration. They were ordered to quickly find the trail. When they lost them at the station, it cured their constipation. No wonder they are still looking pale. Moving, moving, moving. Get those police dogs moving. Get those doggies searching far and wide. It wasn't Semtex putty, but a pistol in the gutty that let the lads go out for a ride. Now England, learn your lesson from lads like Pierce and Nesson, and the volunteers you hold in cells today. Though you beat them and mistreat them, you never will defeat them. They'll be back again to fight another day. Now they're moving, moving, moving. Get those police dogs moving. Get those doggies searching far and wide. The governor's calculating the pension that is waiting. He can't get those lads back inside. Shut the gate, shut the door, don't let out anymore. Make sure there's nowhere to hide. Searching high, searching low, where the hell did they go? Provos they could not keep inside. Shut the gate, shut the door, don't let out anymore. Make sure there's nowhere to hide. Searching high, searching low, where the hell did they go? The Provos they could not keep inside. Moving, 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 moving. The Provos they could not keep inside. The Provos they could not keep inside.
There we go. So the Irish Brigade there for you. Just right on cue. There we go. Straight off Facebook's there. So see, there we go. It's just that grinds my fucking gears. Seriously. Right. So we'll just jump back into Facebook gear here, and I will start a new stream up. I just seen the numbers just went drastically down there, so we did. So we'll jump up. We're going to start another stream right now. So we are on Facebook. So anybody that was watching on Facebook, it should go on. That's us back on Facebook now for another stream. So I have to keep saying about this here software, but it's great. Whenever I was using the older stuff, whenever we lost Facebook for the day, that was it. You couldn't get back on again. But this one here, you can just go straight back on Facebook and keep the stream going through the other two on YouTube and Twitter. You want to cut anything off or start a new stream, so it's really, really good. Well worth the money. So this StreamYard, fair play to us, guys. It was Steve Kerr says he's looking for Grace. Let's see. Rambo says, any chance to play Admiral William Brown by the Wolf Tones? Well, I've already played one today, so maybe I'll see if I can get on by say near the end of the show. Dan Seacroft says, Sniper's Promise for Eddie Lappin from Hamilton from his wee sis Katie. Peter says, let's see, there's hope down here that restrictions might be lifting at the end of January, so hopefully the bands can be back at it properly again for St. Paddy's Day. Well, hopefully, Peter. I know you have suffered for long enough. Right, so Streets New Yorker was for Eamon Melly. Eamon, thank you very much, mate. As usual, cheers. And then there was the Irish Brigade with the Brixton Busters. The Brixton Busters for Kieran Killifan. So Kieran, at one spicy few, mate. Yes, Mara, I know we got cut off, but we're back again now, don't worry. We're back on. I can see the numbers jumping right up again. Kieran Wallace says, up a good guys, rolling Easter to catch up with pints, big man. God knows where I'm going on Easter. I know I'm going to be on Easter Saturday night. I'm going to be in Crossmaglen. Anthony McGill says that Marty Healy Beeswing version, if you haven't, mate, I've already played the Whistling Donkeys version, Anthony, of Beeswing. So if anything else, maybe get another Marty Healy song on so I can for you today, mate. Road trip. Well, here, why don't you head up? So I know the boys from the Cope Bridge band, they're all going to Crossmaglen, so they're going to be there on Easter Saturday, and I think they're heading into the New Lodge on Easter Monday. So here, mate, yes, road trip indeed. It's going to be some night. Myself, along with Finnan and Crossmaglen, they say the lads from Finnan are going to be on the show next Sunday, folks. So I'm really looking forward to that there, so we'll go get a song from Finnan's album on the show as well today for you. Don't worry, we'll get 3 on next week. Right, so for James, see, Beaver says, Easter Sunday party at Marty's Row. We'll see what happens. We're definitely going to be doing a live show that day either way. Obviously, we haven't got a guest sorted yet, but I'm looking into that now. Obviously, very hard to try and go at Derek Warfield on last year on Easter Sunday, so it'll be hard to top that there, I have to say. But obviously, whatever guest we get this year for Easter Sunday, we'll go off them live on the screen, which will be good. So, let's see. Lynn Houston says, any chance you can play I Believe in You by Krista Coyle? I've already played it, so I have. So sorry, but you can listen back to the show again. I think it's the first 2 or 3 songs it was on, so it was. So, Lynn, but I've already played Krista. Right, so loads of you are all asking for Grace. Haven't played Grace in a few weeks, so we'll get another couple of songs on, then we'll get a great song for you. Sorry for James Devon McClave, this one's for you, mate. And this is the brilliant Brenton Bick McFarland with the ballad of the song's called Terrorist or Dreamer. And obviously, whenever we've done the launch for the Rebs or Hope CD, this song's one of the songs on it. Bick recorded the video for me, so he did. And you can go back and watch it on my YouTube channel, folks, if you want. Bick recorded the video, especially for this song, and he explains what the song is all about in great detail to us. So this is the brilliant Brenton Bick McFarland with Terrorist or Dreamer, especially for James Devon McClave on Rebel Sundays, folks. Here we go.
Sackville Street, the curfew drove the restless out of sight. The black and tans marched up and down, the moon shone cold and bright. The shot was like a whip crack, pulled the first man off his feet. He died on bloody cobblestones while his comrades combed the street. They called up reinforcements, pulled the people from their beds. They were screaming, get the bastard, but its fear was in their heads. Found him in a cellar, he was only 17, fighting for his country, dying for green. The sergeant dragged him by the hair and beat him to the ground. Into this young man's body he emptied every round. Come out and take a look, he cried, as he marched his troops away. They went in stony silence, such a price to have to pay. Some knelt and prayed beside him, but it's too late anyhow. They said he was a rebel then, he's a hero now. In 66 this country sang the praises of the dead. We didn't call them rebels then, we used patriotic they fought, how they spilled their life's blood, how freedom had been bought. The garden gates were opened up to silent motorcades. Cannons boomed and flags unfurled, solemn wreaths were laid. Prayers for those departed were called for loud and clear. For those who had been outlawed, but that was another year. The veterans lined up stiff and proud, their white hair ruled the wind, with their pride pinned to their gabardines, with thoughts on their friends, and bitter wounds burst open. The scars of history went flying into our faces in stark reality. Just up the road from Sackville Street, but things are different now. They said he was a rebel then, he's a hero now. Along the Falls Road, soldiers push their glances left and right. Kids of the English working class, soldiers overnight, tossed into the melting pot of bloody war and strife, never understanding and fearing for their lives. Outside the Glen Road Brewery, oh, the bomb takes two away. The bomber's work is over, he's finished for the day. The terrorist or the dreamer, or the savage or the brave, it depends whose vote you're trying to catch, whose face you're trying to save. There's tea and cakes in Downing Street, there's whispers in the hall. Let's move the cure Odisha, now our backs are to the wall. There's panic down in Leinster House, where words are seldom scarce. Send someone to Glasnevin quick to remember Patrick Pearse. Once more his crucifixion, it seems a lie somehow. They said he was a rebel then, he's a hero now. Once more his crucifixion, well, it seems a lie somehow. They said he was a rebel then, he's a hero now.
There we go, the brilliant Brenton Beck McFarland with Pterosaur Dreamer. That's one of the tracks from my album, folks, Ribs for Hope. So it is. So cheers to Beck for sending the song on. Much appreciated, mate. So it is. If you wonder why the ad there, folks, for the PayPal was up so long, it wasn't up basically because I was trying to get money off you all. It was basically because I had to go to the toilet. So it did, and you'll see it jump back, and I'm sort of going out there, this is great because I'd rather have not have a blank screen, just go away to the bathroom, I mean. And you probably know what I was doing, seeing I was in there for so long, but I needed that there. TMO, definitely, but or TMI, too much information. But yeah, folks, this is the Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast. We'll just see, they're all talking about Dave and his Mrs. Victoria heading coming over here at Easter. St. Patrick's Day is coming over for to Belfast and the Derry, so I'll be good to see you, mate. If you're coming over this way. Right, let's see. I'm just trying to troll through all these here. There's so many bloody requests here. So there's, let's see, more Burns, up Cope Bridge. Yeah, obviously I was talking about the Cope Bridge lads coming over. They're going to be playing in South Armagh over Easter, and then into Easter Monday at New Lodge. So yeah, it'll be great to see you catch up all the lads from Coatbridge Flute Band in Cross McLean on Easter Saturday night. So it will. It's been a long time I've seen them. Obviously haven't been over that way on else. So it has. Let's see. What other ones do we have here? Anthony Murphy says, "Hello, Ro from Banto and Scarborough. Sad news with the deaf Aisling Murphy from Offaly. Could you please play Only a Woman, please? Good luck, stay safe, mate." I've already played it. I actually did a wee tribute video or about a half an hour ago, so you'll be able to go and watch the show again whenever it's finished, so you can, and yep, you can go and get a wee watch of it for Aisling. Yep, definitely R.I.P. Aisling Murphy. Shocking what happened there. So it was right. So loads are all asked me to play some the Ballad of Grace. I haven't actually played Grace in a while, so we're going to do here now is we're going to have next week, folks. Let's see, hold on a second. We're going to have these lads here right on the show. There, you see the guys in the bottom left hand corner. Frames. There's a band called Finnan from Cross McLean. Actually, they're off the road for a while. They took a wee bit of a break, and obviously resurfaced there last year. So they're back up and going now. They're playing all over the place. So I'm really looking forward to it. They invited me to play at their gig with them in South Armagh and Cross McLean at the Cross Square Hotel on Easter Saturday, folks. So it's going to be myself alongside Finnan on stage. Can't wait. So the three lads are going to be on the show next week, live on the screen here. So they are. So I don't know if I'm going to have all three of them on individual screens, or if they're all going to be bunched in to. But the good thing is the technology I have is they don't even have to be together, so I can basically have them all from their own house. I'll just do 4 screens, which is really, really good. So this we're going to have Finnan on the show next week. So we're going to do a track now from them from their album, The Patriotic Flame. So for everybody asked for Grace, this is Fusions. This was the band Finnan from Cross McLean with Grace on Rebel Sundays. For all these that asked for, too many asked for Grace today. So here we go.
As we gather in the chapel here in Old Kilmainham Jail, I think about these past few weeks, or will they say we failed? Oh, from our school days, they have told us we must yearn for liberty. But all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger, and take me out at dawn and I will die. Oh, with all my love, I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I have for these brave men, my love for this dear land. Oh, but when Godric called me to his side down in the GPO, I had to leave my own sick bed. To him I had to go. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger, and take me out at dawn and I will die. Oh, with all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now as the dawn, it's breaking, my heart is breaking too. On this May morn as I walk out, my thoughts they'll be of you. And I will write some words upon the wall, so everyone will know I love so much that I could see his blood upon the rose. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger and take me out at dawn and I will die. Oh, with all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger and take me out at dawn and I will die. Oh, with all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Oh no, there won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye.
There you go, folks. Out of sound Finnan there for you from Cross McGlen, Band of Country, South Armagh, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's the lads there. John, Clint, and Jimmy are all going to be on the show next Sunday. So I'll just put the wee ad up again there for you. There we go. So it's next Sunday, folks. Live in the show. We're going to have the lads from Finnan and Cross McGlen. They're going to be live in the show for you for our special guests next week. So they are. So looking forward to having you on, lads. Right, yes, so that was the Ballad of Grace for all you that asked for it. And You'll notice I put somebody on the feed is freezing, mate. It must be your own internet connection there, so it must be. Martin Heaney says, Finn are brilliant, love this version of Gracewell. Obviously somebody didn't like us. I had to put him on a 5-minute timeout or so I did. Lynn Houston says, yeah, that's a good one, Kirsty Houston, or Hills Around Dunloy by Emer. Probably not spelling it right, but the song O Row Anya Dunn and a few laves in the Irish Brigade is the Anya's version of O Row Should Have Wilda is absolutely phenomenal. Anya's voice is just top class, so it is. Yeah, Jim, listen, say it must be your stream there. I would advise you to do, if it's freezing, turn it off and just start it up again. And hopefully that there should get it on there, right? So you're all asking me about saying, Marty says you're going to go and do a DJ at Dave and Victoria's wedding. Well, listen, I'm open to offers, but if you want to fly me over by private jet or send me over in the boat to Larne, you never know. I'm sure we can work something out so we can. Yeah, folks, listen, thanks for all the tips and donations during the show. These are all legends as normal. Thank you very much. To say the show couldn't run on a Sunday here without all you that are sending me through a tip or donation. So all I can say, folks, is thank you very much. So if any of you haven't or you want to send something through, I'll just see if we can find this now. Where is it there? See up there where I'm pointing to? Scan your phone along there, folks, and it'll bring you straight to the PayPal. Or I'll normally put this here up throughout the songs you're playing. You can scan this as well, or just send something through to paypal.me/DJ Row Show, folks. Say, laddie, as today I've already have, and there's a few each week that send me something through a bank transfer. So say if you don't use PayPal, just send me a wee PM. If you want to donate something to the show, you can via a bank transfer, and I'll send you the account details and you can send something through. So yeah, folks, thank you very much to you all that send something through to the show. It keeps it going each week. It's thanks to all your donations, I can get this studio the way it's been updated, to get the new lighting I have here, and I'll be able to buy the new software I have that I have to pay every month. But I think you'll all agree that it definitely is well worth it, so it is, and makes the show look a bit more professional. Seeing you all join me every single week for 3 hours, so I have to do something special for you, you know. And what the way we started off, just and you think back, folks, way from the first lockdown, the way this here show started. In my opinion, I thought it looked okay at the time, but obviously now I look back and go, Jesus Christ, how did they actually go live out there? It was basically in my spare room in my own house, with just a tricolour with the podcast, the old podcast logo in the back. It kept falling down, and then I put like towels in the window to stop the light cutting in, and they kept falling down so the light was coming through. And then obviously I had an old a microphone stand holding the phone up. The phone kept popping out and jumping forward. So obviously now we're not using phones anymore. We're using proper webcams. We can move them about and stuff. So the show has moved on phenomenally, folks. From the very, very first one, and a lot of you here listening today, we're all there in the very start, and you know the calamity that used to happen on a weekly basis. But it's all about a crack. So it is. So yeah, right. So listen, let's see. A few comments come through while the show was on. What was talking about Jerry, sir. Let's see. Right. Right, there you go. Right, Rambo JP says, yeah, you should be able to voice your opinion. Well, listen, mate, not when you're busy said what you said. I mean, I have these guys on, they're taking their time out to come on to the show next week live, so you know, they've took the time out to record an album. If you want to record an album and release it, fair play to you, and go ahead and do it. So I just don't think when we're playing music, the songs I've picked for the show, you know, you shouldn't be saying stuff like, oh, I have a better voice, blah, 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 shit like I say, you know. It is very degrading to the people that took their time to go into a recording studio and record an album, you know, and for basically who are you to say, oh, I have a better voice. So, I mean, yeah, you can voice your opinion on this here, but when you basically, whenever you do something like that on the show, I will put you on a timeout if I don't agree with what you said, you know. So, that's it. So Dark Laney says, Heat's Black Song from Podgy for Carl Ann. Right, I'll see if I can find that version. It was tongue-in-cheek. Well, mate, listen, it was tongue-in-cheek, yes, you can say it, but don't be putting it on a public forum while everybody else can see to try and make you look hard when you're definitely not, okay? So, right, that's the last we're going to say about that there, right? So, here we go. Right, so what we're going to do next, we're going to do this one for Kate Lambert up in Lurgan. I used to say, buddy, Lurgan is banned the country instead of on Cross McLean, because this woman literally nearly did try to take me out the other day. I wouldn't be sitting, luckily I'm sitting here today. As I explained earlier on, I'd parked the lorry over on the side of the road in Lurgan, beside this here shop, when I went to grab something for my lunch, and I was literally like climbing up on the steps of the lorry, so the door was open, trying to climb up with one hand, had a cup of coffee or tea in the other hand and a bag with food in it, trying to climb up the steps, and literally this mad person, who now I know was Kate, flew around the corner, literally about 70 mile an hour, almost handbraked, well, this is the way I seen it, into the car park of the local Spar, and the whole time she was going, "Hey, no, what's cracking?" out the window, and now I know it was Kate. So we'll do our song for it anyway, even though she tried to kill me the other day. So here we go. This is for Kate Lambert. She was looking at the Gary Oak version of the Sam songs. Listen, this might get us cut off Facebook. Who gives a fuck? We'll get back on again. So we'll do it from the very, very start of the song. So this is with the Oak recorded live at the Jesus Christ, the Brazen Head with this album. And yeah, I say again, go and watch the documentary about this here album, folks, if you can. Coach has done a phenomenal job, so he has talking about this here. He's travelled far and wide interviewing people, Damien Dempsey, Cruncher, Jim Sherry, Dackie McLaughlin up the Derry. Travelled loads of people get interviewed in Scotland, Glasgow, about this here legendary album. So this is for Kate Lambert. This one's especially for you. This is Gary Oak. Is that there? Hold on a second now. Marty, where he is there? What's the crack? Martin O'Higgin. Hi, listen, Marty, I love your ad, by the way. I seen your t-shirt there. You were wearing for your wee ad in Rosie Joe's night. So fair play to you. Good luck to the gig in Rosie Joe's. That was our gig we done down in the graveyard in Glenravel. So let's see, what's he bullshitting? Probably a shit cup of tea. Not like in Glenravel. Well, I made my own cup of tea today, so I know it wasn't shit. Not like the stuff you served me up anyway, Marty. But here, I'm near as baldy as you now, so I'm fuck's sake. Right, here we go. So this is what song we'll play? Yep, this is Gary Ogle, the Sam song, especially for Kate Lambert. Here we go.
The Sam song. Well, I have been a promo for 15 years or more. A Marmalites and Marlebon, I thought I knew the score. But now we have a weapon we've never used before. The Brits are looking worried. And I'm going to worry about Chucky Sing up the raw, up the raw, who up the raw. Sam the sails in the sky. When I started out with petrol bombs and throwing bricks and stones, with 100 more lads like me, I never was alone. But soon I learned that bricks and stones would drive the bricks away. It wasn't very long before who did I join? I joined the IRA. Chucky sing up the raw, up the raw, who up the raw. Sam the sails in the sky. Chucky sing up the raw, up the raw, who up the raw. Sam the sails in the sky. And then there came internment in the year of 71. The Brits thought we were beaten, but we were on the run. And then early on this morning, they kicked in our back door. For every man they took away, how many did they rest? They rest 100 more. Chucky sing up the raw, up the raw, who up the raw. Sam the sails in the sky. Well, I spent 8 years in the cages, they attacked the big and plan. But the holy locked away a boy, I walked out a man. There's only one thing that I learned, well, in this that I learned. The Brits will never leave us, until when? Until they're blown away. Chucky sing up the raw, up the raw, who up the raw. Sam the sails in the sky. Strike, I watch my comrades die. But in the streets of Belfast, you can hear the women cry. I can't forget the massacre at Friday at Loch Hall. Salute my foreign comrades. As I watch the choppers fall, Chucky sing up the raw, up the raw, who up the raw. Sam the sails in the sky. Chucky sing up the raw, up the raw, up the raw. Sam the sails
There we go. So the Sam song there for you from Oak, live in the Brazen Head. And say again, check if you haven't watched, check out YouTube, folks, for the documentary about that. There's the making of that album. It's phenomenal, and well done to the coach who produced it. Went around and done all the interviews and everything, and brilliant, definitely brilliant documentary of a cracking live album that definitely sort of set the tone for a lot of Rebel albums over the years. Like it's when you think of, I'll just say, folks, go and watch it. Just search YouTube. Oak, live in the Brazen Head, and the documentary will pop up. Right, listen, Rambo, mate, that's it done, okay? But don't be long about it. Listen, it's all I'm gonna say is, you're maybe annoyed because you get put on timeout, and the thing, it's just, mate, that's what's going on. See if I see somebody that's putting comments in, and that I think if it's out of taste, I'm going to delete the comment and probably put the user on timeout for 5 minutes. That's all, mate. So nothing to do with you're back in, you're a great supporter of the show, and I thank you for that every week. You're always here, so cheers, mate. I do appreciate it. But I just think all I'm going to say is what you said in the thing was I didn't really appreciate it. When I say I'm going out of my way to get a certain band on the show, they've gone out of their way to actually release a few albums, so they have, and for you to sort of rate what you rate in the comments, that's why I was a bit annoyed for. But listen, it's over and done with now. Don't worry about it. It's done. Right? Cool. There you go. Right, there we go. Right, so what are we going to do next? So I've seen Marty Higgins was on there, so he was. So we'll do a song from him. Hopefully he's still on. So he is. Somebody asked me to play Scapegoats earlier on. So of course it's a great song all about the Guildford Six, or sorry, the Birmingham Six. I say the Guildford Six, the Birmingham Six. What this was here song. So it was. And it's terrible when you see what happened to these guys, and just what they must have suffered, along obviously with the Guildford Four as well, but they must have suffered at the hands of the British police and stuff, and the intelligence, and what obviously what happened to them. They were made to confess to these bombings. So this is for a few people asked at the start of the show for Scapegoats, so we'll do this one. This is Marty Higgins from his album Lullabies and Battle Cries, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
1974, and the days after the Birmingham pub bombing, 6 innocent Irishmen were wrongfully accused. They were then subsequently left to rot inside a British jail for 16 years. The only crime was being Irish in the wrong place and at the wrong time. This song is dedicated to the 6 men. The song is named Scapegoats. There were 5 men playing poker on the Haitian train. Fate was dealing them a cruel hand. Kid Callahan was walking home through the evening rain, not knowing what lay in store for them. You'd find traces of night road and cigarettes and matches, mic tabletops and the decks of playing cards. When forensics found traces on the hands of these 6 men, police drove up from Birmingham saying the case was closed. Have you ever seen the mark shots that were taken at the 48 hours in custody? Battered and bruised on the looks on the faces. The judge, he accepted, they confessed willingly. Please take another look at what you see. And you tell me my family are being terrorized. Keep me awake 6 days and nights, confused and terrified. In the cold, cold, dark night, the Well, I'll swear the black is white if you just let me lie down and close my eyes. I'll sign on a bed if you let me close my eyes. Scales of justice, but balance up your act. Talking to myself or to the wall. You Callahan, Paddy Hill, Jerry Hunter, Johnny Walker, Billy Powers, Dick McElkenny, scapegoat song. For 16 years they were talking to the wall. Scales of justice, please balance up your act. I'm not talking to myself or to the wall. Hugh Callahan, Paddy Hill, Jerry Hunter, Johnny Walker, Billy Powers, Dick McElkenny, scapegoat song. For 16 years they were talking to the wall. For 16 years talking to the wall.
There we go. So Marty Higgins there, folks, for is with Scapegoats. A few people asked that one at the start of the show, way up at start at 1 o'clock. So there you go. And hopefully Marty's still listening. Marty's here for tuning in this afternoon. Good luck with your gig tonight. Good luck with your gig tonight. And Rosie Joes and Derry. Peter O'Connor says, yep, Marty has a great way of telling story in a song. So there's a way. Somebody mentioned there in the comments, when is Clover's when they're going to be releasing the CD live in the PD. They won't record the big fans gathering, so it's looking like we're going to be talking about March sometime. So I think what we're going to be working on is actually whenever we get back from we're not really doing nothing yet until we'll do the 2 gigs in Glasgow and in Glasgow and Liverpool. So once we get back, I'm going to be releasing the flyers and the tickets for the big fans gathering 2022. So just I'll let you know again, folks now. It's going to be taking place this year. I was going to say next year there, yeah. So in December, again, so it's going to be the same dates on. So this year it's going to be like a 2-day event. Obviously a sort of mini festival. We done the one day last year, and it was such a success. And so many people came over for the weekend and say, "Listen, why don't you do it for like a 2-day event?" So it's going to be taking place. This time it's going to be in a hotel in West Belfast. I did want to have it in the same venue, but all I can say is I was very disappointed that the bar we had it in last year don't really want to take part in this year, which was like, to me, I still can't get my head around, but listen, it's up to them and they own the place. So we had to move the venue, so we did. So yeah, it's going to be in a different venue this year. So it is. So it's going to be taking place on Friday night, the 2nd of December, and then again on Saturday night, the 3rd of December, and then we're going to be doing the next day again the live Rebel Sunday show in a legendary venue in West Belfast. So I'll get that there updated as well once we go to release the whole thing. So the hotel that it's taking place in as well is going to be doing a special room rate for me for the gig. So obviously any as you're over for the weekend, it'd be great for you all to stay in the same venue. I mean, you're not getting any taxis running home, so really looking forward to that there. Right, so we'll talk more about the big fans gathering over the next lot of weeks and months once we do actually release that. But all I can say is now, folks, there's going to be 9 acts, so obviously 8 acts plus myself. So they've all been confirmed. The venue's been confirmed, so it has. So everything is confirmed. The posters are all ready to go. The flyers are ready to go, but we're not going to be doing it until March once we get the 2 gigs with Clover out of the way. So for the person that asked about when's their CD going to be released, we're going to be doing it hopefully in conjunction with releasing the details for the big fans gathering 2022. So we might do it on a special show, one of the Rebel Sundays. So here we go. We'll do a song now from Clover's album that they released there last year in dedication of the 10 hunger strikes. So this one here is a great song written by Glass and Evan, Connor and Kieran. Peter, who you can see there in the comments, he done the vocals in this one. So we go. This is Clover with Kevin Lynch is my name, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
Kevin Lynch is my name, from Derry I came to a myself. My country free, I long to see an end to this grey hell. Many 5 years I faced my fear. We went on hunger strike. We took on the British Empire with their soldiers guns their might. Sands and hues we could not lose. We had the upper hand. Thatcher would not leave us. All she wanted was our land. Ray and Patsy died side by side on the 21st of May. I knew that then I must join in to see Ireland free one day. As I stare out of my prison cell, I often wondered so, if I will ever be a free man or feel the summer wind blow. Now my time, it has come. I know I cannot return to my friends and the comrades I love, to my dear old Derry home. Dear and Doherty next to me, I will not die alone. Over too much long I lasted strong, my body will not give in. Strength that keeps me living on, the spirit that lives within. That is why we must fight on, for a freedom we must win. Now I must go, I battled the foe, I paid the ultimate price. Before I go, just listen close, I'll give you some advice. When Ireland's free and our flag flies high, I'll know my task is done. But until then, remember the 10, and soon our land will be won. But until then, remember the 10, and soon our land will be won.
There we go. That is the sound of Clover there for you with Kevin Lynch is my name. That there was Peter O'Connell there. Celine, I have to apologise there. I put Celine on a timeout there, so I did. And also Jim McCurdy as well. You's both writ something there which I had to say about the venue that the big fans gatherings in last year, and I can't have that, folks, so I can't delete the comments, so I can't, so that the only way I could be able to remove the comment was by putting you on a timeout, so I'm sorry. It's no offence, don't worry. That's 3 people on a timeout today, Jesus Christ, but folks, listen, if they don't want to have the gig in their venue, that's up to them, but listen, I can't have people saying what you did, do you know what I mean? So I'm very sorry, folks. Yeah, that is why the years were put on a timeout. So please, just don't be saying anything like that there. Jesus Christ, I'll be getting the rap at the door. So well, fuck's sake. So Celine, PM and I, I'm very sorry for putting you on timeout, and Jim as well. I'm very sorry for putting you on timeout. But listen, you can't be saying stuff like that there, especially about the PD, for God's sake. So yes, right. So let's see. John Way McElhenney says, right, I made my mates change our holiday so I can be back to see Roe and Clover in Glasgow on the 4th of March. Happy days, mate, good man. 3 people, and not me, I'm delighted here. Listen, right, Marty, listen here, you can delete the comments, you do it there. I can't do them from this here. And so if you see anything like what they writ, just delete them, because that's the only reason I can't be having that there. So no offence, but I really got a time out at all. I had to look at myself here. I can't have people writing stuff like that there in the stream. I'd be getting I'll be getting my door kicked in. They're rapping the door. Well, say so well. But yeah, listen, folks, it's going to be a new venue and you're going to love it. So I have to say, it's a cracking hall. So it's a cracking big hall, cracking big stage. It's in the heart of West Belfast. Plus, you'll be able to. They say they're going to be doing a special room rate for us, so you'll be able to get your head down as well. So, right, what are we going to do here next? Somebody asked me to play Sniper's Promise, and they're looking for a ladies' version of the song, a girl singing it. So we'll do this one here. This is Kathleen Largy and the Flying Column. Beaver says, Vicky, can we get married and the big fans gather? See, you're always trying to steal my thunder, aren't you, Beaver? No, you can't get married at the big fans gathering. You can get married the next day if you want in the hall. I've done several weddings there myself, but you can't get married at the big fans gathering, so no, don't be doing it there. Right, here we go. This is Kathleen Largy with the Flying Column with the Sniper's Promise here, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
Icy cold, I was alone, waiting for an army foot patrol. And then at last they came within my sights. I squeezed the trigger of my patrol had gone away and left their wounded comrade for me to slay. Oh mama, comfort me, for I know these awful things have got to be. The muzzle of my gun moved towards his brain. Oh mama, comfort me, for I know these awful things have got to be. And when the war of freedom has been won, I promise you I'll put
Chicago. Kathleen Logger here in the flying column, folks, this afternoon with Sniper's Promise. For all you who are listening, cheers for the great comments today. Let's see. So Beaver saying he's going to end up selling one of his livers. He's going to sell his liver to pay for this wedding. So actually, I seen a story last week about some boy in America who the guy that gave him a liver or a kidney. I think it was a liver transplant from a pig. So it was. And the surgery went well, and the guy's still living. So fucking hell, you go. You mightn't be waiting much longer now if you need a bloody liver transplant. All you do is go into the abattoir and get them to cut one out. Why can't I type? I don't know. You've been drinking Buckfast today or something, Jim? I don't know. Jim, you were on a timeout, so you were. That's why you couldn't type. But you're back nice. You are. You were on a timeout because of what you wrote about the PD. That's why I had to put you on a timeout. So that's the only reason, mate. So it's a pig's heart. There you go. It's fucking hell. It's a pig's heart. Jesus. Okay, still some job like. Right. So I'm trying to look through this here. Right. Lynn Houston says, "Ro, any chance you've got Atlante, the bold Chris McGill? Something says too strong for my sisters, Amy Houston and Kirsty Houston. I'll maybe have a look and see if there's anything on Spotify or YouTube because I have nothing from Chris McGill at all. Right, we'll go do a wee bit of Bella Ciao this time from the Wicks. So John had said basically that the gig was cancelled at Christmas there, so it was because of COVID, obviously a nightmare, but this one is a tune that always gets us cut off Facebook, so it might be a second time today. So if you're watching on Facebook, folks, in this tune and it just gets cut off, my apologies, not that I can do this. Is Mark Zuckerberg, who doesn't like the Wicks, but he doesn't like this Lefty song at all, so he doesn't, but what can you do? We're going to play it anyway, so if it doesn't cut off, don't worry, we'll get it put straight back on again, starting our stream on Facebook. So for all you that asked for it, this is the Wicks with the brilliant Bella Ciao.
Una mattina mi sono svegliato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono svegliato e ho trovato l'invaso, un partigiano, portami via. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. E se io muoio da partigiano, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire. E se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire. Lassù in montagna, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Seppellire lassù in montagna, sotto l'ombra di un bel fior. E le genti che passeranno, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. E le genti che passeranno, mi daranno che bel fior. Tutte le genti che passeranno, mi daranno che bel fior. Questo è il fiore del partigiano. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Questo è il fiore del partigiano, morto per la libertà.
Class. There we go. Brilliant there. There's the brilliant Wakes with Bella Ciao. Now, James, do you want to put on a timeout as well now? How you say you don't like that there song, for God's sake. That's a brilliant Bella Ciao by the Wakes for everybody that asked for it. What do we have left to go here? Another, what time are we on? Another 45 minutes. Folks, this show is absolutely flew in today, so it has. So, cheers for all you that have left comments in who have nice singing. You didn't hear me singing, so you didn't. But, I suppose you see me singing, but yeah, it's a class song. So it's just, I always get in that there. I see any like live song or a live band with drums. I love the drum in that song as well. I always you get into it, you see me tapping and shake my head and all whatever. So yep, that was brilliant. Wakes there, Bella Ciao for all you that asked for it. Kirsty Hughes says, I love any of Chris's songs. Yes, we're gonna one of Chris's songs lined up very soon for you. Right, let's see what else we have. So it turned out it was a heart that your man got, a heart transplant from a pig. It wasn't a kidney or a liver. Somebody says, I bet he was oink grateful. But here, it's madness what they can do now, so they can. Absolutely madness. Marty, what about my requests? Marty, don't worry, I've got one of your songs on, so don't be on your fucking high horse today. We're going to be on, don't worry. A million requests, it isn't just you listening to the show. Jesus Christ. But don't worry. One of your songs is going to be on from the Wolfhound very soon, mate, so don't worry. Carlan says, right, Dublin 2, it's 8 weeks to Benidorm for us and Paddy's Week. Don't talk about Benidorm. I haven't been to Benidorm in so long, and I would go tomorrow if I could. I just love the place. I actually started watching that there show, I think it was Channel 4, the new the documentary about it, but in the hotel we normally stayed in the Flamingo in Benidorm, and it's just, it's so cheesy, but still can't get the nightmare out of my head. The first time seeing Sticky Vicky in Benidorm is just madness. Like when you're just sitting watching, going like, "What the hell? What am I watching here now?" It's just crazy. So it is. So if any is Sticky Vicky still knocking about? Benidorm, is she? I don't know. Just to say, but you probably be able to actually see her on YouTube. Some of the stuff. It's a bit mad. So it is like. Is that not English, Benidorm? Well, it is actually English, yeah. I mean, it's full English, so it is. Suppose if you want to go to and see Irish and listen to all the Rebs, go to Santa Ponsa. If you want to go to and just be inundated with English people all day, go to Benidorm. But listen, Benidorm, it's a great spot. So it is. It's if you can pass the whole English thing and it's going to be in your feet, just don't go on the 12th of July because they have a full on fucking 12th of July parade down the street, so they do. In Benidorm, the 12th, drums, flutes, the lads, so they do. See, yes, the countdown is on now. Her daughter is doing it. Oh, her daughter is doing it, is she? Jesus, there you go. She may be a bit more inviting than the Vicky. So maybe, Jesus Christ, there you go. Right, so we're going to do a song for where is she now? Iro, she's still in Benidorm. There you go. Right, so who'd asked me to play Ciara McCafferty? With where is it? Where is she? Asked me to play Meet Me at the Pillar. I'm just looking through here now and find the comments. Where was she? Shauna McInerney. Yeah, so Shauna was looking to me to play Ciara McCafferty with Meet Me at the Pillar, and this is the live version from the Raising Songs and Stories album. Of course, dedicated to the late great Jerry. Ronan McLaughlin's dad. So it was. So this is for Shauna who asked this one, so I'm hoping to fast forward to the start of the song because I didn't want to play the whole intro into the song. So here we go. This is Ciara McCafferty with Meet Me at the Pillar, live version recorded live in Derry, and it's spicy for Shauna McInerney. Here we go. Where are we? Right, play. There we go.
He was walking down by Island Bridge, just doing as I please. The April day was sunny, there was but a gentle breeze. I wandered up the old stone steps into the Phoenix Park to watch the children laugh and play in the hours before dark. I strode up to the monument and I lay down on the ground, and people started crying when they heard Irishman. There's something we must do. Meet me at the pillar sun, for still it's not too late. It's time to sing a freedom song. Come soon, I cannot wait. I turned around to see his smile, but nobody was there. In the distance I could hear the drums, yet a stillness fills the air. I close my eyes and in my dreams, a soldier I could see. He said his name is Patrick Pierce and kept on calling me. Meet me at the pillar sun, please meet me there in noon. I need you, brave young Irishman. There's something we must do. Meet me at the pillar sun, for still it's not too late. It's time to sing a freedom song. Come soon, I cannot wait. The full night I lay awake, and many times I cried. I could not answer his command, no matter how I tried. There in the dark I did my best to say a silent prayer, that when they take him to his fate, you know how much I care. Meet me at the pillar sun, please meet me there at noon. I need you, brave young Irishman. There's something we must do. Meet me at the pillar sun, for still it's not too late. It's time to sing a freedom song. Come soon, I cannot wait. It's time to sing a freedom song. Come soon, I cannot wait.
There we go. Brilliant. Ciara McCafferty here for you. With Meet Me at the Pillar, recorded live in Derry, or the Racing Songs and Stories album. Of course, that album's all in memory raised for Ronan McDonald, who wants to die for his dad, Jerry, who was a great lifelong entertainer in Derry. We had Ronan on the show way last year. He spoke all about his dad, about all the work that he's been doing with these great albums he's brought out. And they'll probably have another one this year, but talks about they're ready to release another album soon. So that was for Shauna, who asked that one. Shauna McInerney, that was the brilliant Ciara McCafferty, who comes from a great list of balladeers in Derry. Of course, her brother, Sean McCafferty, who will feature on the show all the time on various different albums he's had out. Right, let's see. Terry Milley says, it would be great to have the boys back tomorrow night. Yes, definitely. I see just there, so obviously Celtic have released Lee Griffiths. They've terminated his contract, and it's really sad the way it's all sort of came to an end now for Griff. But I think obviously just his best years of Celtic are behind him, and even when he was with us there the last few seasons, he just wasn't committing at all. So he wasn't, and there's no way Ange was going to put up that bullshit. So he wasn't like he wants people that's going to be here like for the long haul and for the play his way. And just obviously, if Ange just says get Griff out the fuck, he's gone. So he's away. So it's sad to see that Griff is gone. But listen, we'll have to move on. So yep. Right, let's see. Jim McCaff says, up the McCaffs. Are you a McCafferty as well? Are you, Jim? Let's see. Jim McCurdy says, when we're going to see Sticky Vicky, boys? Jerry Donnelly says, I'm looking forward to the big man James McClave introducing me to you on the Clover gig in Liverpool. Yes, mate. Really looking forward to getting over to Liverpool to for the gig here with Clover in March. Not sure America would let me in. Yes, you and me both, Beaver. I don't think I'll be heading over anytime soon. John Boy says, yeah, most romantic honeymoon, Celtic events in Las Vegas. That's where me and the wife went still together. Mate, I would give my left arm. I'd give a liver or a kidney to somebody to get over that their convention. It looks absolutely amazing, but as I say, due to my past endeavours in the good old US of A, I don't think I'd be welcomed there anytime soon. So I won't, unfortunately. The things you do when you're young and silly and you think they're a good idea at the time, and now when you do want to go to actually something in America, you've sort of shit creek without a paddle, if you get me, you know. Griff served as well, but his time has come. Yep, definitely. Right, let's see what we're going to do next here now. So, right, so this one is from Marty Kane, who's busting my balls today. So is we're going to do the Wolfhound, the brilliant Ray McRaven. He's another guest. I'm going to be trying to get on the show this year. So he is still knocking about Belfast, so it'll be a great interview. So it would. So here we go. It's the Wolfhound with Bloodstained Bandage for Marty Kane and Marty Heaney. So we'll say Marty Healy or Marty Heaney, yes. I'm going to get your song as well at some stage this afternoon. Don't worry. Here we go.
A cold May morn was breaking over Dublin's weary town. 16 brave men have fallen to the rifles of the crown, because they loved their country and served the night and day. But before they faced the rifles, this is what those boys did say: take away the blood-stained bandage from off an Irish brow. We fought and bled for Ireland, and we will not shirk it now. We upheld her in her struggle in an answer to her call, and because we sought to free her, we are placed against the wall. That day, Houston, Clover, McDonough and McBride, McDermott and the brothers Kent, with Clark and Plunkett died. McMahon, Pat and Lee Pierce, Mohan, Mahan and Ken, and the last of all James Connolly, this message to them send: take away the blood-stained bandage from off an Irish brow. We fought and bled for Ireland, and we will not shirk it now. We upheld her in her struggle in answer to her call, and because we sought to free her, we are placed against the wall. Take away the blood-stained bandage from off an Irish brow. We fought and bled for Ireland, and we will not shirk it now. We upheld her in her struggle in answer to her call, and because we sought to free her, we are placed against the wall.
Yeah, Bloodstained Bandage here for you folks from Ray McAravey and the Wolfhound for Marty Kane listening this afternoon, just down the road there here from where we're recording. Let's see. So Kevin O'Brien says, Ro, could you please what? Jim McCaff, Ro, my dad is loving it. What was his name? Ro, my dad is loving it. What was his name? What was whose name? See. The Ratcatcher says, why do the authorities in Bandorm tolerate a shower of orange Neanderthals polluting their streets with hatred on a holiday area of all places? Well, I suppose they're probably looking about the amount of money they bring in every year to the thing, I mean. So maybe that's why, but sure, you could probably say the same thing about Santa Ponza. on the strip, like in every year up there. I mean, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. So there's like, let them do what they want. I don't care. Like, see, Jerry Donnelly says, Ro, appreciate and coming late to the party today, but any chance of Irish ways and Irish laws? Right, I'll see if I can fit it in. Before we finish up, we'll have another half hour, I think, to go. Marty Heaney, Ro, will you please tell my wife to park her ass and get out of my kitchen? She can't hear my voice, it seems. Elaine, listen, come on. Sit down on this tea. Let's watch the show on the TV and just get your wee bell ready. And let Marty come out. If you need anything, don't be getting pestering him. Just sit there and ring your wee bell if you need him for something, alright? There you go. Right, that's you told Elaine. Right, so we'll see Kevin O'Brien. It says, Rogue, to play the hills of Kilty. What? Could you play the hills of Kilty Bane? By Kieran Davenport. It's only on YouTube. I haven't heard that one. I may have a wee look at it so well. John Boy McElhenney says, Sunshine and Leith for Griff Row. I don't know now. You'll have to see if I can get that on it. We'll see what happens. God knows where Lee Griffiths will probably end up like. Strange. Right, for Lynn Hushin, so she was asking me to play a bit of Chris McGill. We're going to do this one for you. And I haven't heard this yet. I'm just going to go off the cuff. It's from YouTube, so this is Chris McGill's version from 9 years ago for his dedication to volunteer Ray McCreesh, who died in hunger strike. So here we go. This is Ray McCreesh by Chris McGill, the great Chris McGill of Cope Bridge. Here we go. Rebel Sundays, folks, till 4 o'clock this afternoon. North 30 minutes to go for you. So loads more time to get a few more rebs on for you. Here we go.
I remember from my boyhood down in South Armagh, I'd lie beneath that evening sky and search for shooting stars. Often would I wonder what I would grow to be, but fate would choose a different course. My name is Ray McCreesh. What kind of a system would bring a people to their knees, try to break their spirits and rob their dignity? With injustice all around me, I knew something must be done. While others learnt indifference, I learned to hold a gun. Captured and imprisoned, threw in an H-block cell, 4 years on a blanket protest, I served my time in hell. Denied of any status, they called my cause a crime. So on a hunger strike I joined to prove their words were lies. As my time was fast approaching, the Lord took me by the hand. He said, once more I bear witness to man's inhumanity to man. Another martyr for old Ireland, another thorn in my crown. You've done your time upon the cross, my son, I'll help you down. If you're ever up in Camla, in my native South Armagh, and you gaze upon that evening sky and see a shooting star, just remember that this young boy used to dream as young boy dreams. Think of me when you whisper prayers. My name is Ray McCreesh. Think of me when you whisper prayers. My name is Ray McCreesh.
Oh, goosebumps there. You go, what is that? The brilliant Chris McGill. First time I've heard that their version, and I have to say, phenomenal. So it is absolutely phenomenal. It's like a cappella there. No music, no nothing. You don't need music for that song. That's Chris McGill of Coatbridge. Great to see him on the show. First time playing any of Chris's songs. So there we go. First time for everything. So cheers, Lynn, for the request there. That's great we request that one. Right, so what do we have left? We have 25 minutes to go. Well, maybe stretch it out another half hour, maybe 5 minutes over or something we normally do. So, right, so a few people had asked me to play the two Brentons. So we'll do this one here. I think Emer is playing this one with Anya. She's filling in the vocals in this one. So this is an Norway track here. So I haven't actually played any Emer's tunes over the last few weeks in the show. Well, obviously last week's was the first one back since Christmas, but you know what I mean. So here we go. This is Emer Naglahan live in the Rock Bar, second time of the day of this album, and I think Anya is doing the choruses and stuff for this one. So this is the two Brentons. So say really looking forward to getting up the two Brentons country, South Armagh in Crossmaglen. On Easter Saturday, folks, I'm going to be sharing the stage with Finnan, and say the lads will be on the show next week. They're going to be our special guests next Sunday. Finnan from South Armagh. So here we go. This is Emer Naglahan with the two Brentons from live here in West Belfast at the Rock Bar, and this is a venue we meet. You never know, we might doing the live Rebel Sundays after party and the big fans gathering, folks. So stay tuned for that there. It might be coming live from the Rock Bar, so we'll see. Here we go.
Folks, I'm going to keep on up on stage again for this next one. We'll do another Irish Brigade song. Another one written by my dad, Jerry Glacken here. A song for two volunteers from South Armagh, for Brendan Moley and Brendan Burns. A song I'm sure you all know, called The Two Brendans. I tell a tale of gallant men who in the hills run across the glen became a living legend every day. Their daring deeds in freedom's fight shone like a beacon in the night, where Harvey and McVeary showed the way. Let me hear you sing. A song can bring them back again, or heal the wounds, or soothe the pain. A song can only keep alive the name of gallant women and of men, their lives consumed in freedom's flame, and we owe that much to Molly and to Burns. A pall of smoke blows o'er the land where cruel fate had played its hand. Two Brendans would have chose no other way. Well, they died the way they'd want to go, in action against the British foe. They lived and died to serve the IRA. Let me hear you sing. A song can bring them back again, or heal the wounds, or soothe the pain. A song can only keep alive the names of gallant women and of men, their lives consumed in freedom's flame, and we owe that much to Molly and to Burns. In Crossmaglen and Drummondty, we keep alive their memories. In Silverbridge, we speak their names with pride. And from Dorsey down to Kitty Town, through generations we'll pass on their exploits and the cause for which they died. Never hear you sing. A song can bring them back again, or heal the wounds, or soothe the pain. A song can only free defiance. Never fear, and we'll still be here when the tide against England turns. Over in our hearts we know we're right, and we never will give up the fight. We owe that much to Molly and to Burns. A song can bring them back again, or heal or soothe the pain. A song can only keep alive the names of gallant women and of men, their lives consumed in freedom's flame. And we owe that much to Molly and to Burns. We salute you, Brendan, Molly and Brendan Burns.
Yeah, so if Emer McLaughlin there with her sister, or blister, Anya Glecken, there with two Brentons from Emer's album Live in the Rock Bar. That was for Valerie, that one, who's the arm around Derek's neck wishes. So here we go, we're going to move on to the next song rather rapidly. From one great Irish public and balladeer to another. So that was Emer from County Tyrone. So now we're going to head across to County Tipperary, down the road a bit with the brilliant Clover Maher. So for Marty Heaney, our spanner, our doorman, our moderator on YouTube, this one's specially for you. So this is the great Clover, folks, who have already played one from the day, and this is from the same album. So this is Farewell to Ballahy, of course, all talking about the great Thomas McElwee, song written by Jerry Glacken. So this is McElwee's Farewell for Marty Heaney. This one's where we go. This is Quiva. You said Kiva there, Clover Maher, with her taking this with from Clover's album. Here we go, Farewell to Ballahy on Rebel Sundays, folks.
Oh, farewell to Ballahy, likewise Hamlet Hall, and the green hills of Derry that I dearly love. All my thoughts return to you from my dark age blood side. Old friends and brave comrades, I bid you farewell. Oh, for hundreds of years now, we've kept up the fight, and the history books told me
we go. That is the sound of the brilliant Clover there for you. Now we'll do one for Marty Heaney, our spanner, our doorman, or everything else on YouTube who keeps the show running and ticking. That's the great Clover. Farewell to Blahi with Quiva Maher. Say one great female balladeer. Well, two of them. Anya Glagan and her sister Emer with the two Brentons, and then that one there with Quiva. And farewell to Blahi. McAlee's farewell. So Jerry was asking obviously who sung the Ray McCrae song. So it was, if you want to look for it on YouTube, it's Chris McGill. So it's Chris McGill, mate. Brilliant version. That's the class. So it is brilliant version. Jim McCurdy says, "Ro, get the banger rebs on and wreck this place, mate." Listen, that's not what this show's all about. So it isn't. But the next one you might like. It's a bit more livelier. So it is. But it's not all about we're all up the and blah blah all this here. I mean, it's we like to do a lot of sort of nice ballads as well on the show. Right, we're gonna keep on going with the tunes. We'll have another maybe 15 minutes to go for you today. So this time we're gonna go on the Dublin and Potter Browns. Actually, somebody asked me around where did I get the T-shirt I'm wearing today. I'll just actually stand up so you can see it what the full thing is. There's there. So it's basically it's an Easter lily. It's an Easter lily with all the names of all the bands who have played on that Potter Browns over the last year or so. So it's cheers to Aidan who sent me this up there. I think it was last Easter or Easter before. So it's a class T-shirt. So I think he still has some. You PM Potter Browns on Facebook. I'm sure Aidan will be able to sort out one of the T-shirts. So we're going to do this one here. It's an album recorded live in Aidan's bar. So it is, we're going to Chris Carney this time with his version of the Boys of the Old Brigade from the Class live album in Potter Browns. So we'll go last few tunes of the day, folks. So if you haven't already donated to the show, please do. It's much appreciated. So it keeps the show ticking along. Any wee donations we get throughout the week, it can help me basically to run this thing, get all new lighting I have, the software I have to keep this going every single Sunday. As I can guarantee us now, folks, it isn't cheap to sit here for 3 hours on a Sunday and entertain all illusions and play a few tunes. It's not as easy and as free as you think. So any donations or tips you can muster in, folks, it's all appreciated and it all goes a long way. So cheers. There's a wee PayPal link there up there. You can see, you can just scan it with your phone or go to paypal.me/DJ Row Show, or if you don't have PayPal and nothing like that there, just send me a wee PM to Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and I'll give you the bank details that I use. There's people every week as well who donate with a wee bank transfer, and I'll get you that sorted. So where we go, right, this is Chris Carney with the Boys Old Brigade, live from Potter Browns in Dublin. This is Rebel Sundays, folks.
Oh, Father, why are you so sad on this bright Easter morn? When Irishmen, they are proud and they're glad of the sun where they were born. Oh, son, I see in memory of far off distant days, when being just a land like you, I joined the IRA. Oh, where are the lads that stood with me when history was made? Oh, probably I want to see the boys of the old brigade. Was heard by one and all, and from the glen came those brave young men just to answer Ireland's call. Echoes long ago we faced a foe, the old brigade and me, and by my side we fought and died so that Ireland she might be free. Where this is with me when history was made. A proud agree, I want to see the boys of the old brigade. Oh, our present tanks and guns came to take away our sons. Every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. Through the little streets of Belfast in the dark of early morn. British soldiers came running, wrecking little homes with scorn. Carol saw the crying children, dragging bottles from their bed. Watch the sea will helpless mothers, watch the blood pour from their head. Armored cars and tanks and guns, it came to take all their sons. Every man was stand behind the men behind the wire. Oh, not for them a judge, a jury, nor indeed a crime at all. Being Irish means we're guilty, so we're guilty one and all. Round the world the truth will echo, Crummasmen are here again. England's name again is sullied in the eyes of honest men. Here we go! Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons. Every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. And now, my boy, I told you why. On Easter morning I have sang, as I recall my comrades all of dark old days gone by. Sure I think of men who fought St. Glen with rifles and hand grenade. May heaven keep the men who sleep from the ranks of the old brigade. Here we go! Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, brother Creek, I want to see the boys of the... Wait, one more time, let me hear it loud. Here we go! Oh, where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, brother Creek, I want to see the boys and girls of the old brigade.
Yeah, the bold Chris Carney here, you folks, with the Boys Old Brigade, Live and Patter Browns are in Dublin, that one. Right, we're going to doing the last 3 songs of the day for you folks. The show has just absolutely flew through, so that's flew. So Terry Craney is away, he says bye bye, my phone's playing up, keeps cutting out. Till next week, he'll behave yourselves. Terry, the guys are misbehaving today, they definitely are misbehaving today. I don't know what the hell's going on. Imagine Celine getting told off by her cousin for being a bold girl. Well, you shouldn't have said what you said, but I did send you a PM, an apology. Normally you don't get a PM sorry for putting you on a timeout, but it did to you, so count yourself lucky. Right, so we're going to do this one here. We played this in the show last week as part of Damien's interview, but it's a cross song. A few people had asked me for it throughout the show, so this is again a little song all about song's called The Ballad of Peter P.P. Rooney. Peter was a legendary volunteer here in West Belfast from the St James's area, so he was he died there early last year, I think it was, and I had the privilege of doing his memorial night in the Rock Bar there a few years ago. When was it? I think the song was released last year, but I think it was about 2 years ago, maybe that he passed, maybe 3 years ago he passed away. So it was, they had a memorial night for him in the Rock Bar alongside myself and 2 Tonys in Spirit of Freedom. It was a great night. So it was. I said this here to Damien himself, told it last week, and whenever I play this song, people always mention it. It is definitely Jim McCurdy. Now listen, see if you keep saying get the revs on, you're going to be on a timeout as well. You have to give me time and space to do my job, man, okay? This here show is probably more talking than it is playing music. So whenever you say stuff like get the music on, mate, you're in the wrong place. If you want to listen to that there, stick on Spotify or YouTube and stick a playlist on. If you don't want to listen to me, what do I have to say? So, right, so this is the ball of Peter P.P. Rooney. And I say, this is, for me, definitely Damien Quinn's best work to date. And for all you Damien Quinn haters out there, all I'll say is catch a grip of yourselves. A lot of you good friends of mine, and we've had this out before, but see this song here, this is definitely up there with one of the best ballads out in so many years now. So it is original song written by Damien. This is the ballad of Peter P.P. Rooney. Folks, just listen to the words of this song. Just listen to it. Just sit there. Don't do anything for 6 minutes that's on here, and just listen to the words of it, and it'll tell you all about what this here guy was and what he done.
I tell to you the story of one of Ireland's bravest sons. His name is P.P. Rooney, in St. James's life begun. He was born into a conflict of oppression and of shame. So he took a stand for Ireland to break those English chains. So we'll sing a P.P. Rooney from St. James's by the Falls, that fearless fighting soldier for Ireland gave his all. No more we'll see your smiling face, that face that we all knew. You lived your life for freedom's fight and for Ireland's 32. He watched his brother Daniel die, murdered by the crown. This spurred his fight for freedom. Us crappies won't lie down. He joined a Fena Erin at 16 years of age, and soon became a volunteer in the Belfast Brigade. So we'll sing a P.P. Rooney from St. James's by the Falls, that fearless fighting soldier for Ireland gave his all. No more we'll see your smiling face, that face that we all knew. You lived your life for freedom's fight and for Ireland's 32. He was proud to give the gun salute when they honoured Bobby Sands, and again for Joe MacDonald with his rifle in his hand, beaten and arrested when that funeral was attacked. Did a sentence in the H blocks and then reported back. So we'll sing a P.P. Rooney from St. James's by the Falls, that fearless fighting soldier for Ireland gave his all. No more we'll see your smiling face, that face that we all knew. You lived your life for freedom's fight and for Ireland's 32. The fight for Irish freedom led him overseas to England and to Europe for Ireland's liberty. He was over in Gibraltar with his comrade Dan McCann, who was murdered with Mairead and Sean far from their native land. So we'll sing a P.P. Rooney from St. James's by the Falls, that fearless fighting soldier for Ireland gave his all. No more we'll see your smiling face, that face that we all knew. You lived your life for freedom's fight and for Ireland's 32. You lived your life for freedom's fight and for Ireland's 32.
Yeah. Brilliant Damien Quinn there, folks, with the ballad of Peter Pepe Rooney. And we'll give out the shirt there to James Devon McClave, who asks for one every week, and I think Kieran Clifton asked for it as well earlier on there in the show. So we're going to finish up, folks. Say one more tune here for you, and as I say from last week onwards, from we're going to finish off a show every week now with the great track Jackie Duddy, and obviously in another couple of weeks it's going to be the 50th anniversary of the Bloody Sunday, so it is, which is just, it's phenomenal. I think 50 years. So I'm just going to try and find it here. We're having in. Actually, you can get this here song downloaded. So do it on the laptop, so I don't have to keep playing it from YouTube. But right, so folks, again, if you haven't donated to the show today, please do. There's loads of links there. There's a wee PayPal thing up there. You can just scam your phone and you'll be able to send something through. Anything you can. £1, £2, £5, £50 if you want. But yeah, folks, cheers. See, Elaine says another great show. Wash hands. Whatever. What's that mean? Yeah. So folks, see, Celine says, yeah, definitely, Derek. Beautiful tribute to a wonderful girl. Yes, obviously, just talking there about the wee tribute played there to Aislinn Murphy earlier on. Great track. Only a Woman's Heart. And again, folks, can't help but be touched by that there song. I mean, of what happened to that wee girl. I mean, say it could have been anybody's daughter that happened to. Broad daylight in the middle of a park. You think you'd be safe going out for a jog, and to be just murdered in that way. It's disgusting. So folks, thank you very much to all of you who have tuned in today. It's been a great show, so it has. So we're going to finish up with this one. This is the great Jackie Duddy by brilliant man Doogie Breslin, of course also known as Jerry Breslin, from the great Panger Band. I had tried to get Doogie on the show, but a few times I'd asked him, but I think this just isn't his thing, and he wasn't really up for it. But it would have been a great interview if he did want to do it. So folks, again, thank you very much for always for tuning in today. It was a great show. 3 hours just flew in, so it has. Back next Sunday with the lads from Finnan, Cross McLean. They'll be on the show live. So until then, see you all week. Thank you very much. This is Doogie Breslin, folks, with the brilliant Jackie Duddy.
Jackie, I remember your face from a far distant place. Yes, I do. Jackie, you were an innocent boy. Why did they destroy your future road to you? You came from a home of 9 sisters and 5 brothers. Up in the Craigan, you were my cousin. You worked with me brother Dustin, named after me father. Died in springtime, tending looms. Jackie, you were just 17 when they shattered your dreams, and we never got over it. Jackie, you'd have found a good wife and had a wonderful life and raised your wains well. In 68, your mother Maureen, she died, and with Willie, your father, we cried. She was so very young. Her sister Dolly said if Maureen had survived, she'd have been in the coffin by your side. Your mother couldn't have coped. Jackie, you were good in the ring, 'cause that was your thing. You would have been a champion. Jackie, your nephew John did you proud. He's recognized by the crowd as fulfilling your ambitions. Your face is painted in murals down in the bog, and I pray to God that you'll not be forgotten. That day in 72, it's etched on our minds, the day that innocence died. They called it Bloody Sunday.
Jackie, there were 13 others as well, more unfinished stories to tell. Jackie, 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 our Jackie, Jackie Duddy. On a summer's day, Derry in 2010, thousands gathered again, and the world had gone. The British government said sorry and admitted they're wrong. The clapping went on and on, the cheering went on and on. Jackie, your innocence was declared, your family's voices were heard after 38 years. Jackie, now you can rest in peace. The false accusations have ceased. The truth has been set free. Paddy Doherty, Gerald Donaghy, Hugh Gilmore and Michael Kelly, Michael McDade, Kevin McElhenney, Bernard McGuigan and Gerald McKinney, William McKinney, William Nash, James Ray, John Johnston, John Young and Jackie Duddy.
That's us, folks. The great Jackie Duddy there from Dougie Breslin. So I say, going forward this year, that's our always ending the show song. So if you hear that song, you know the show is finished for the day. So it is. So thank you very much to you all who've tuned in, who've donated, who have commented, who have been on a timeout. A good few people more had a timeout today than normal, but just that's the crack. So folks, yeah, thank you all. We're going to finish up as always with Around the Vein. So we're going to finish up. Here we go. This is Euro from their version from live in the Glasgow Raisin Head, say the Barlands there, with Around the Vein, folks. So see you all next Sunday for Finnan live. We'll be here live in the Screamers, live from South Armagh, across McLean. So till then, see you all next week. And thank you very much, folks. Chucky Arla. Cheers.
Queens are slow, her tender rannicum, they buzz face hair, chanting a shunshire pasta, the akbar, pantera, not the top, and dots, I am Sabar, they gone their kettle on Boston Sill. They gone their scrape. They laugh on Nabile. Charlotte Canning around the vein.
You've been listening to Rebel Podcast of Rory Carson. To listen to this and past episodes again, and to also check out future episodes, keep an eye on our official SoundCloud page. We're also available on all social media outlets. Just search Rebel Podcast. Bhí sé bhgéisteach an sin leis an fád cruailí Rebel le Rory McCarson. Le héisteach le seo agus hir hagran a ríis, agus na hagran atá le teach, caisúil ar siú efidal sugin ar SoundCloud, agus táid ar fáil ar gach cinneal ardan ar na main thuisiilta. Ní mór ditch ag fád cruailí Rebel a curda.